What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. If you guys would like to discuss Suboxone, Sublocade, Kratom, etc., 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 and this is your first time hanging out, pull up a chair, guys, because we'll be here for the next couple hours discussing those very things, all right? So if you guys don't know, this is a long-form video. This is a Q&A. You guys share what you're going through. People will try to help you with what worked for them or what didn't work for them. This is a community, a family of people here on this channel. So if you're struggling with addiction to Suboxone or Kratom or opiate addiction, this is the right place for you. All right, guys. So please say hello. Please say hello. Izzy likes to hear your guys' stories too. She gets her groomed tomorrow. If you guys don't see, her hair is getting very gnarly looking. Looks like we've already got about 10 people in here, guys. Please smash that like button on your way in. And pull up a chair, because you guys know how we like to do things around here. We usually go 2+ hours on the live streams. Feeling good today. I've got plenty of free time, so I can kind of go as long as I need to go with you guys tonight, all right? So if you guys keep the conversation going, we'll just keep on trucking, you know? Izzy wanted to stop by and say hello before she gets her groomed tomorrow. She's going to look like a new doggy tomorrow. Say, hi, everybody. My name's Isabel. How's everybody doing out there, guys? Please drop some comments, questions, concerns. Got a few different things to talk about. Looks like it's starting to storm out here now. If the sound is off or the internet is slowing down, please let me know, guys. No guest planned today, so hopefully I can touch on each and every comment that comes across this live stream. I know that I've had guests on the last couple weeks, so I haven't been able to hit on everybody's comments or questions. So I figured we'll take a week and just kind of hang out with me and the crew. Ugh. Hey. She's like, let me down, Daddy. All right. Looks like we've already got Mama Deb up in here. Let's see who else is in here. Kimmy, what's up, girl? KG Smith is back in the house. Good to see you, KG. Let's see here. Who else is in here? Wow, it is really raining out here, guys. Oh, you dropped it, silly. She knocked her snack off the table so she can go get it. Go get it. Good girl. Who else? Wow, it is storming hard out here, guys. I hope my internet doesn't crap out. Brandon's recovery. What's up, brother? Jill. Hey, Jill. Good to see you. Let's see here. All right, let's get to some comments and questions here. Deb, I had a dream about you the other night. Let's see here. Did Izzy get her summer cut yet? She looked so cute last year. No, she'll get it tomorrow morning. She's getting her groom. So Kimmy's up in here. If you guys didn't know, Kimmy now has content about Suboxone on her channel. She's up to like 117 subscribers now. So she is a supporter of this channel and also a moderator. And she was also on last week to share her stories. So I would appreciate it if you guys would go check out her channel, show her some love over on her channel. And I think she's going to start maybe putting some videos out, some newer videos out here and there. So she has a wealth of information and knowledge and experience. So shout out to Kimmy. I appreciate you, girl. Oh, Mama Deb posted a video. So I just posted a video. Let's see. So I just posted a video about 2 hours ago, guys, as like a breaking news type video. They just started releasing information. You guys can do some Google searches on this if you'd like. If you do a Google search on Brixadi, Brixadi, it's basically going to be the alternatives to Sublocade and the generic to Sublocade, right? So it's going to be a fraction of the cost for people who are cash paying. And also there are many more different doses available for you folks who are out there on lower doses of Suboxone or Maybe you're worried about being over medicated by taking the Sublocade 300 milligram shot. We've all heard some stories of people saying that when they got their first Sublocade shot, they were over medicated for a few days, right? So now that there's customized dosing, your doctor shouldn't have to go off label, right? So there's going to be a lot better options as far as dosing, and there's also weekly doses as well as monthly now. So looking at the doses, they did a much better job than Sublocade did. For those of you who do not know, Indivior is the creator of Suboxone and also the creator of Sublocade. And you guys remember how Suboxone, we all know that they didn't make doses low enough to help those who are tapering or need to taper off of Suboxone, right? They only made 2 milligrams as the lowest dose. And anybody who's taken Suboxone and tried to jump off at 2 milligrams, you know that that's nearly impossible for many people. And it says right there on the package, do not cut. So it's like, did they just expect anybody to never be able to get off or what? So kind of the same thing with Sublocade, right? They only made 300 milligram shot and 100 milligram shot. They should have made more doses. Thank you for posting the link to that video that I just put out, Deb. I appreciate that. Let's see here. So Deb says, I'm doing pretty good, Kimmy. Sleep is improving slowly. So it sounds like Mama Deb's sleep is getting better after jumping off of Suboxone, or tapering off of Suboxone, I should say. Any updates on your situation, KG? I know you were in here talking with us last week. Sorry, I got the lawn crew out here. You guys know how it is on Wednesdays. KG Smith says, been binge watching y'all's videos. Yeah, I see a lot of people do that when they find channels like these. They'll just like watch all the videos. I was the same way when I'm kind of actually still that way, honestly, guys. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos, especially when it comes to do with like Suboxone or Sublocade or even Kratom as well, and fentanyl addiction, stuff like that. Deb says, I find so much inspiration here. Yeah, well, I'm glad you keep sticking around here, Deb. Hopefully you continue to be here for the long haul, girl. Don't see Marky up in here yet. Hopefully he's going to hop on here today and chat with us. Hey. So if you guys could give me some updates on what you guys are going through, maybe if you guys could give us, some people like to give us their weekly updates, or what they hope they can change in the future, or what their goals are in the future, guys. You guys know I love to hear what you guys are going through and what your guys' future goals are as well. Same, Deb, and man, I can use some inspiration today. You having an off day, Kimmy? Zach is up in here, says, hey everyone, hope you're doing well. I'm driving. Good to see you, Zach. I haven't seen any newer videos from Zach recently, but let's see. Could not wait for this moment. I've learned so much in the last week. Awesome. Awesome, KG. What have you learned? Yeah, there's a lot of information people can learn, especially if you're newer to these substances, right? Like they don't really come with a lot of information from the doctors. You know, you kind of have to kind of learn this stuff for yourself. Most of the time, the doctors don't have hours and hours to sit there and educate everybody on all the little do's and don'ts of these medications, right? So Jill says, hanging in there, and gained 5 pounds. That's awesome, Jill. So are you still leaning towards going the Sublocade route, or are you thinking you're going to do the Butrans patch? Or what's your goal from here, Jill? I have to go to a memorial service soon and need to fit into my pants. Laugh out loud. Oh, damn, Deb. Brandon's recovery. How's your Sublocade treatment going, buddy? Kimmy says, why doesn't your Cash App show up in the app? It should be in the description box. There should be a link to it, Kimmy. Here, yeah, it's the description box. It's in the description box. There's a link to it. It's literally just the same thing as my channel name, just the $, then Kicking Addiction. KG Smith is in the house. Never mind, I'm an idiot. I found it. I'm connected to you, Kimmy. Yeah, I think a few people recently found her channel. Oh, okay, so Deb says, let's hear the dream. All right, let's hear it. So, shit was funny. So this was 2 nights ago. I had a dream, guys, that I was living. So Mama Deb had a house somewhere where I don't know where it was, but she had a house, and I was a roommate in her house, and my friend Ricky was also a roommate in the house. And she woke up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and she was outside building a vinyl fence. And she was like pissed off at me, and I was like, Mama Deb, what's wrong? She's like, you need to get your ass back to work. So she was like pissed that I was like sleeping in the house and like I was out of work. And so she was like, you need to get your ass back to work. And then literally later on that same day, which was what would be yesterday or the day before, my friend Ricky, that was also in the dream, was like, he said something about getting back to work as well, something along those lines. So I was like, really weird that he said that after I had a dream, and he was telling me the same thing in the dream. He's like, get your ass back to work. But she was like mad that I was sleeping in the house, and she was out building a fence at like 3 in the morning. So in my dream, Deb, we were roommates. I thought that was so freaking funny. It seems so dang real too. Nate asked, good to see you, Nate. He says 200 days off subs. In the past 200 days, I've gotten back in the gym. I got a new pup. Oh, congratulations. What kind of pup? Started a business, paid off SUV and credit cards, and as of recent, I put down the cigarettes. Excited for the next 200 days. So, dude, that's incredible, man. You're a whole new person now. In 200 days, he did all that. What's your small business, man? That's awesome. Congratulations, dude. You got to be feeling really good about yourself right now. That's badass. Also, what kind of puppy did you get? Kimmy says, thanks for the shout out, Kevin. Absolutely, Kimmy. Thank you. We love you, Kimmy. Bit of a rough couple days, but I'll be okay. Anything going on in particular that you want to talk about, Kimmy? I seen that you put up a newer video. That was cool to see, because I know that you uploaded your Suboxone withdrawal videos. But you also put up a newer video talking about triggers and cravings. And that actually brings me to a point. I was going to ask you guys, just going off of Kimmy's video that she recently put out, talking about triggers and cravings. So what is it that you guys are triggered by, or what makes you guys get cravings with this stuff? I'm really curious as to what it is for each of you guys. I could definitely relate to what she said with especially boredom. Boredom is like a major trigger, I think, for a lot of people. Good to see you, Keith. Keith says, what's up? Next week will be 100 days. I feel absolutely perfect. I'm not even thinking about medication anymore. I'm so grateful. Hand in TBE, and God bless everyone. Thanks for the update, Keith. Good to see you in here. Looks like Izzy got her treat. Nate That's amazing. Congratulations, my friend. I'm proud of you. So Brandon's getting his second shot already. Wow, dude, that went fast. Second shot tomorrow. So there's a group of you who are like right in that range where you're about to hit the sweet spot of Sublocade, the honeymoon phase. Brandon, are you fully done with have you been taking any Suboxone doses, or are you good, man? Hopefully you haven't been, hopefully you've been able to overcome the temptations to take your oral doses. Some people really struggle with that the first month on Sublocade. Hi, Tara. How are you doing? Good to see you in here. What dose are they going to give you for your second shot, Brandon? Is it going to be the 300 milligram shot again? Zach says, since I was sick over the weekend, I've been sleeping better now. That's awesome. So is your sleep still off too, Zach, a little bit? Or are you sleeping are you just about up to normal yet? Thanks, Deb. It's hard to believe I found Kev's channel on day 3, and here we are both off now. I'm proud of you too. So that really wasn't, gosh, yeah, it seems like you've been around for a little bit longer than that. I mean, I guess it kind of is still a while. Does everyone know not to consume grapefruit when taking subs? I haven't heard about that, Zach. Why not? What's up with that? I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about that. So KG says, went to a new doctor today. My last one moved. This doctor gave me a script for, this doctor gave me a script for 34 milligram subs and said to wean over the next month. He told me he didn't need to see me again. I'm in shock. What? Script for 34 milligram subs and said, wow. So he wants you to get off he wants you to taper off in 1 month. That's it? That's kind of messed up, honestly. And shout out to Kimmy coming through with a $20 Cash App, baby, coming in with the early sponsorship today. Thank you, Kimmy. She didn't send any message on here, but really shout out to you, Kimmy. I appreciate that. Hooking it up in the Cash App today. She's usually coming through with the super chats, but she migrated to the Cash App because she heard about last week what Marky was saying. And just a quick side note, Kimmy, you're actually the sponsor of the month on this channel. So shout out to you, Kimmy, for hooking up big time in here lately. I really do appreciate your constant support here on this channel and also your comments as well. So thank you, Kimmy. And now is a good time for me to also give the, what's it called, guys? The disclaimer, I guess. So remember, guys, that nothing on this channel is medical advice. If you're struggling with addiction, please seek out your own medical doctor. Everything on this channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for me to share my experience with you and for you to share your experience with others. Also, this is a good time for me to thank the contributors of the week. So we had KG Smith hooked it up with a $20 super chat last week. KG Smith is in here again today, so shout out to you, KG Smith. Thank you. We also had Kimmy hooking it up last week with a $10 super chat, baby. Mama Deb with a $10 cash out. Marky Rizzo, $5 cash app, and Sunny S with a $10 super chat. So shout out to the 5 of you who contributed to the channel last week. I appreciate you guys very much. Just off topic, I don't know if you guys know much about YouTube and how what's it called? I forget what it's called sometimes. When you get to the amount of Suboxone subscribers and views, you get monetized, it's called. So I get less than $30 a month from YouTube for all the views that I get on this channel. So it's very very minimal. So the fact that you guys go out of your way to do the Cash Apps and the Super Chats and the Venmos, it really makes a difference, because without that, I wouldn't even get paid. You have to reach $100 a month to even get a paycheck from YouTube. And so that would make it to where they would give me $120 every 4 months is what I would get without you guys contributing the way that you do. So I really do appreciate you guys' love and support and showing this channel the love. You guys really do mean a lot to me. Okay, guys, I really want to take a second and shout you guys all out. There have been some of you guys who have been regular contributors of this channel for over a year now. You guys come in here every week, drop 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks, whatever it is, guys. It really makes a big difference in the long haul, and I really do appreciate you guys very dearly. So thank each and every one of you who have done so in the past. Okay, guys. So KG, were you looking into doing Sublocade, or are you just going to taper from here? I'm trying to remember exactly your situation here. So I thought it was just benzos, Zach. So apparently it's benzos and Suboxone. You're not supposed to take grapefruit. Does that sound right, guys? Let's see here. Scott just sent me a friend request on Venmo, I think. I didn't really know you could send a friend request on Venmo. That's interesting. Scott, are you in here watching right now? I don't see you in the chat. Wow, we got some dogs going on out back. So I'm really curious about what KG is going to do with, 4 milligrams to taper in a month, or 4, that's too soon to taper off. That's not cool. So Jill's still planning on going the Sublocade route. I think she just needs to gain a little bit of weight because she's so tiny that I don't think her doctor wants her to be on Sublocade till she gains some weight. Just quick kind of on topic. For anybody who has been on Sublocade, guys, could you guys tell me how long you can physically feel the depots in your stomach? Because I've been seeing some crazy stuff, guys. Some people have said that they can physically feel their depot for like 9, 10, 11, 12 months. Like, what? The longest I ever felt mine was 3 months, and that was the very first shot that I had. The biggest shot that I had was 150 milligrams. And then as I did like the 100 milligram shot and the 75 milligram shots, it was about 2 months, maybe a month and a half to 2 months, that I could physically feel the little ball of medication in my stomach. So if you guys could tell me who have experience with Sublocade, how long could you physically feel the depot, and what size shot did you have? I'm really curious about those things, guys. Are you guys feeling that your shot is fully dissipated within a few months like I did, or can you guys feel it for longer? Shout out to Scott L coming up in the Venmo with a $10. He says, just because. So shout out to you, Scott. Hopefully, oh, there you are right here. So Scott is here in the chat. He just hooked it up with a $10 Venmo. Thank you very much, kind sir. I appreciate the support and the love in here. Scott says, hey, everyone, 78 days since my last 100 milligram Sublocade shot. I'm still feeling well. Some minor sweating and interrupted sleep, but very bearable. We can recover. So awesome stuff, Scott. Thanks for the update on that. And super shout out to you for that $10 Venmo sponsorship, baby. Yes, I love to hear that from you guys. You guys who are starting to space out your shots or move on from your last shot, please, guys, keep us in the loop, because remember, guys, I'm only one person. This channel relies on people like Scott to share their stories on coming off of Sublocade, because you guys know that there's not nearly as many stories out there about coming off of Sublocade as there is Suboxone, right? So I would definitely like this channel to be a source where people can come and share what it's like to come off of Sublocade as well, not just Suboxone, right? Also Kratom as well, guys. We have a lot of people discussing Kratom on this channel as well. Speaking of Kratom, hopefully, I haven't seen Kingdom Within for a while. Hopefully he's doing good up there in Seattle with his new venture. I know he recently came off of Kratom as well. Zach says, I found it on the drug information sheet for Subutex. Dude, I wonder what's up with that. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Thanks for sharing that. So apparently, guys, there's something on the drug information sheet for Subutex that says not to take grapefruit. So I wonder why. Jill says, I don't want to use the patch when it's summer. The heat might mess with the release of the medicine. Are you in a hot area, Jill? Just a quick side note for some of you guys that I'm not sure if some of you guys already may or may not know this, but because sometimes I don't talk super fast on this channel, and oftentimes these streams are over 2 hours. If you guys are watching this on the replay crew, shout out to the replay crew. You probably could just listen to this in 2 times the speed. You guys know you can adjust the speed. That way you don't have to waste, I don't want to call it a waste, obviously, but you could turn a 2-hour stream into a 1-hour stream. And sometimes I can kind of pause between things that I'm saying because I'm trying to think of what to say next, or I'm reading a comment and deciding if I want to respond to it. So that's something that I do oftentimes when I watch longer videos on YouTube, is just listen to them in the 2x speed or 1.5x speed. And that can really save you guys a lot of time when watching longer videos like this. So just kind of off topic there. I know sometimes I don't always speak like go, go, go. Shout out to the 17 people we have in here right now. I appreciate you guys. There's 7 likes on the video, guys. If you could please smash that like button, I would really appreciate that. It looks like we've got 2.65K subscribers on the channel, guys. There's been some new people finding their way to the channel. So if you know somebody that could benefit from this channel or this information, feel free to share this video or a video that might resonate with them. I would appreciate you. I'm in the process of switching meds again. Mental health meds. My nurse practitioner ordered some genetic testing and blood draws, and it turns out what I've been taking isn't compatible with my DNA. Oh my gosh, Tara, that's some freaking crazy stuff. How did they figure all that out? That's really cool. If we could get a little bit more information on that, Tara, like any other specific information that you can give us about that, how other people might be able to do a similar test for something like that. And we have Brandon S with a $20, baby. $20 Cash App. Is there a no message on here, but shout out to Brandon S hooking it up with a $20 Cash App. Baby, baby, baby. You guys are showing some love up in here, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is that, let's see here. I just want to make sure I know who that was. Was that you, Brandon's Recovery, or is that somebody else? Oh, yeah. So Brandon's Recovery just says, I just Cash App you, Kevin. Thank you, Brandon. You're the man. I thank you for that, my friend. I look forward to hearing more about your Sublocade journey as well, Brandon's Recovery. If you guys didn't know, Brandon's Recovery also has a YouTube channel, so he's right here in the chat. Go check him out. He talks about some random different stuff on there, not just about strictly about like addiction stuff. So feel free to go check him out. He's been a long time viewer of this channel, so I appreciate you, good sir, for showing the love there, and hopefully your Sublocade journey is going smoothly for you. Let's see here. So I kind of lost myself on that. Okay, there we go. Deb says, laugh out loud, a vinyl fence. So it looks like I'm already getting quite a bit behind the comments, guys. I'll do a little bit better on that. I'll catch up. I'm going to try to touch on every comment you guys have today, okay? Yeah, Deb was out there building a big vinyl fence. It was a brand new, nice home we were all living in together. I don't know where it was at, but it was somewhere. And I didn't see mountains of snow out there, Deb. So it must not have been where you're at. I bet you still got snow up there. I've been having weird dreams lately too, Tara says. Tara, did you do genetic testing for psych meds? It's very cool. I wonder if that's what she did. Tara did. That's funny. I wouldn't yell at you ever. Sonny, what's up? Good to see you. Sonny S in the house. I don't know if you missed it earlier, Sonny, or not, but I shouted you out for the $10 super chat last week, baby. Good to see you, Sonny. Sonny's been hooking it up in here lately, guys. Hooking it up, my man. And also, he's been coming back every week to chat with like-minded people. Speaking of that, where's Marky at? He must be sleeping early. He must be sleeping early today. Let's see here. I think it's the first week I haven't seen Marky for a while. Pressure wash, window and gutter cleaning, and cane corso. What's cane corso? Oh, that's the kind of dog you got. Okay, so he put the picture of his puppy. Dude, that's so cool, Nate. I'm really proud of you, man. Shout out to you. And I appreciate you coming in here each week and giving us an update with how that's been going for you, how many days you've been off, etc. I really appreciate you, Nate. Thank you. And congratulations on your whole new life, dude. You should feel really proud of yourself. Kimmy, drop your link. Yeah, if you guys didn't already, go ahead and drop a link to Kimmy's channel so we can send more people her way. Stress triggers me, Tara says. Dang, guys, I'm sorry. I must be so far behind the chat with what you guys are saying here. Let's see. Oh, so you can just click on her name and it'll bring you right to her channel. Stress was a big trigger for me. I'd want to take more to make it disappear. Yeah, sometimes we could think, like we could just kind of void ourselves out of a situation by overtaking our medication. I know I've done that a few times in the past, more than a few times, I should say, admittedly. No, I'm good now. I got over it. I mean, I sometimes feel like taking some, but then I just think of something else. Awesome, dude. Yeah, Brandon, that feeling, like the thought of taking your Suboxone while being on Sublocade, each day that passes, dude, it's just going to get easier and easier, and you'll start thinking about that less and less every day. So just keep doing what you're doing. It sounds like you're doing awesome. Just keep trying to trick yourself into thinking about something else, right? Whatever is working for you, just keep doing that. For some reason, I'm not dealing with stress very well this week. Just kind of blah, Yeah, it seems like there's a couple other people I know that are kind of going through some crap. Guys, just off topic, I got freaking targeted by the health department in my county for my car. So I have my car listed for sale on there's like a local ad place to sell your car. And on there, I put that I had a modification called a downpipe. And they literally searched that out and they went off of my for sale ad and they sent me this threatening ass letter saying, you need to bring your car in for an emissions inspection this week or else we're going to revoke your registration. And after this test, I said, what's this all about? And he said, you might want to change your for sale ad. I was like, damn, dude, they're literally stalking people's for sale ads now, looking for any adjustment to their emissions on their car. Like, it's getting bad here in Utah. It's starting to be like California, like super strict on emission stuff. So just off topic stuff there, guys. Let's see. So, okay. So Brandon went down to 100 milligrams. He's going to go down to a 100 milligram shot this time. So that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you'll still have more than half of your first shot in you, dude. So you'll be good to go. I wouldn't even stress about that. Kimmy says, well, I didn't realize the fines that YouTube takes. Kind of made me mad, laugh out loud. Yeah, shout out to you, Kimmy. I appreciate you, girl. And Mama Deb just sent a $10 Cash App too, guys. She says, for love you guys. Shout out to Mama Deb, hooking it up in the Cash App as always. Showing the love in here, guys. You guys are killing it up in here today with the sponsorships of the show. I really appreciate you guys. I do. I know that's like the thing that I say every time, but it's true, man. You guys are freaking awesome. And hopefully I'm not like overbearing it out where I keep, thanking you guys and like I'm making little videos and like little posts thanking you guys for sponsoring the show. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully I'm not overdoing it with that. If I'm getting annoying with it, let me know, guys. I just like to really thank you guys for sponsoring the show. So shout out to you guys. Let's see. Yes, my nurse practitioner ordered a gene site test and agreed. Super cool. Also somewhat alarming based on my results. So it's called a gene site test. That's cool. I've never heard of that. I've heard that there are some kind of tests that will like tell you what foods you're like really not supposed to. Is it the same thing as that, Tara? The same thing that tells you like what foods your body's kind of like doesn't appreciate, like doesn't get along with or is allergic to or something like that? Jay, what's up, Jay? Says, Kevin, are you done with Sublocade or are you doing another shot, baby? So I got my last shot on, what was it, April 19th? Yes, April 19th. And that's supposed to be it, really. So, I mean, I don't want to jinx it and curse myself, right? But yeah, that should be the last shot. We love you, Kevin. Appreciate you. Thank you, Deb. Yeah, you're always so sweet to me up in here. Scott says I'm here. Okay, so that was from earlier. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was, but with the grapefruit, but I know it was on the drug information sheet, and it was something negative talking about it, about taking it. Donna, good to see you, Donna. Oh, let's see. Donna says, just got home. Sorry, I'm late. Good to see you on here, Donna. Catching the live stream. Let's see. Brandon says, I still feel the bump to this day. So you got your first shot a month ago, right, Brandon? How much smaller does your first shot feel? Because you started with a 300 milligram shot, right? I'm guessing that you guys should, on average, if you get a 300 milligram shot, you should be able to feel it for probably, I would guess, 3 to 5 months. But like I said, some people on Reddit have said 9, 10, 11 months they could feel it. I don't understand how it's so different for everybody. Kevin, I keep getting different answers from professionals. For someone who's trying to lose weight, should I be eating the calories back? Should I be eating the calories back I burn while lifting weights? I'm eating 1,300 to 1,500 daily base. I don't understand. I don't know if I understand your. Let's see. Should I be eating the calories back I burn while lifting weights? Should I be eating the calories back? Well, you know, Kimmy, you know how they always say calories in, calories out, right? I mean, to be just straight up with you, I never really did. I never really did count calories in all of my years, just because I have such a fast metabolism. For me, it was more about trying to gain as much weight as I could, right? So I'm kind of a little bit different with what you're seeking, Kimmy. So I would just say, I mean, if you're what you're doing, if you're working hard and it's not working, then it's probably time to switch something up, right? Some things can work different for other people as far as like different type of diets, you know, different workout routines and habits and how much cardio time. But yeah, I would just say if what you're doing, if it's not working after a certain amount of time, then probably switch it up. I know that a lot of people think that protein is only for like dudes that are trying to be muscle builders, right? Muscle bodybuilders. And that's definitely not true. Like if you guys can eat, if you're trying to lose weight, eating, you know, good high quality protein, even protein drinks, right? It's some people think that protein is only for people who want to build like big ass muscles, but it's definitely needed even for people trying to lose weight. Scott says I had 5 100 milligram shots. Last one 78 days ago. I don't feel any of them anymore. Okay, so 5 shots. Did you have them all month after month, or did you space them out, Scott? This one's 78 days ago. So even in 78 days, so that's, what's that? Just, was that 2.5 months? Yeah, about 2.5 months, Scott says. Okay, so Scott is more like me. Like they kind of go out, they go away fast. So it's, It's definitely interesting to see how different it is for everybody. And you people on the replay crew, if you're on Sublocade and you've been on for a while, please let us know how long it is that you could fill your depots as well. Grapefruit juice inhibits a particular enzyme in the liver, which makes it bad to drink when taking certain meds, even certain over-the-counter meds. Okay, so Sonny got that info right here. So it just like kind of counteracts something wrong in your body with certain medications, it sounds like. Kai says, what's up, guys? Hello, Kai. Oh, damn, Jill's hooking it up with the $10 super chat, baby. Says, thank you for all the inspiration. Thank you, Jill. Thank you. Showing some love in here. Showing some love. Jill, wasn't that you that had your was it your son was in the chilling in the chat with us a few weeks ago? Was it Jesse? I can't remember. I thought that was. There's only one Jill on the channel, right? Or is there two Jills? I want to make sure that I'm not getting anybody mixed up. Shout out to Jill for the $10 super chat, baby. You guys showing some love in here today. Showing some love. I appreciate you guys. Oh, there's still 18 people in here. All right. Smash that like button, guys. There's only 11 likes on this video. If you haven't yet, and if you're in here just ghost listening, guys, please let us know what's going on in your life. What's your goals? Are you guys wanting to get on Sublocade or now maybe Buvidal? Basically the alternative to Sublocade that is coming to stores near you. Let's see here. Dang, you guys are going off in here today, babies. Carol S. hooking it up with a $25 Cash App, baby. That is the sponsor of today's live stream. $25 says, so thankful I found you and your friends. Shout out to you, Carol. Thank you for sponsoring today's live stream. Hooking it up in here. Sounds like Carol is new to the community, guys. I'm sure you guys are already talking to her down below in the comment section. You guys hooking it up here today. Thank you, guys. And my phone is already freezing up here. Thank you. Damn, you guys are hooking it up today. Thank you, guys. We're getting close to being able to get a new computer, guys. So I'm really hoping to get that soon so I can make the live streams more presentable. As you can hear, my computer sounds like a jet taking off, even though I'm not even using this computer other than to watch the live stream. This computer sucks. It really does suck. I need a new one bad. KG says, I'm on 2 milligrams for the past 2 weeks, so I guess try to keep tapering. The doctor said I need to go down a milligram every week. What? No, KG, no. Obviously, I can't give medical advice, but I don't think there's one person here on this channel that would agree with that statement. So I'm going to read that again for KG. So KG's doctor's trying to tell her this. So KG says, I'm on 2 milligrams for the past 2 weeks, so I guess try to keep tapering. The doctor said I need to go down a milligram every week. Absolutely not. Do not do that to yourself, please. And jump off at 1 milligram? No. Don't do it, KG. Yeah, that is, I wouldn't call it impossible, but I would almost call that impossible. Yeah, that is not cool. And like I said, KG, I don't think there's one person on this channel who would agree with that. Now, that being said, remember, guys, I'm not a doctor and I cannot give any medical advice to anybody. But going off of my past experience and the thousands of people that I talked to on this channel over the years, over the last 5 years I've been making videos, guys, that is like I said, it's not impossible. People have jumped from higher doses, and you could always try it, but it's definitely not the most comfortable way, let's call it, to come off of Suboxone. So yeah, that does suck. But it sounds like you have more medication than, that'll last you at least, because as you do taper, the medication that you do have will last longer. So if you've been good on 2 milligrams, if you just got 30 milligrams times 4 milligrams, you just got basically 60 days worth, even if you stayed on at 2 milligrams. But if you can go down to if you're good on 2 right now, then maybe start going down to 1.5, right? Something like that. Hang out there for a couple weeks. And then as you get lower, the stuff that he gave you will last longer, right? Unless you're considering going to a different doctor. But I think you could probably make last what he gave you for at least a few months. But I definitely wouldn't try jumping off at 1 milligram. Oh, I was thinking about that, Kimmy, what you said. I think you said that on the live stream last week. Some people use grapefruit as a potentiator. That's so interesting to me. Is that what it was that we talked about last week? Was grapefruit? Was like what? How would that even work? I'm trying to space my last 100 milligram shot out now for as long as I can. It's been just 2 weeks now, so we will see. Hopefully it's my last. Yeah, I've seen some people, Kai, that have literally just taken one 100 milligram shot and never went back. So I think it's just going to be different for everybody, honestly. When it comes to Sublocade, guys, some people it might work better for, some people it might not work as good for, right? So there's only one way to find out, and that's for you to try, right? So if you guys are somebody who tried Sublocade and for whatever reason it just was not working out, you can always go back to Suboxone, right? So there's always the option to go back to where you came from. Let's see. Brandon, if you just look up her screen name, it'll pop up. I'm not sure if that would be rude of me to drop my link on Kevin's live. I don't want to be a rude ass. No, absolutely not, Kimmy. If you don't do it, I'm sure Mama Deb will. No, you're more than welcome anytime, especially as such a good sponsor of this channel, Kimmy. You're more than welcome to do whatever you want to do here on the channel, okay, girls? So don't ever feel like if somebody asks you for a link, do it, please. I would appreciate it if you could do that. Or like Kimmy said earlier, you should be able to just click on her name and it should bring you right to her channel. Or maybe click on her picture next to her name. I think it might be that. I think you got to click on their picture next to her name and it'll go to their channel. And same with Brandon's Recovery, guys. Remember, he has a channel too. And I think you can just type in Brandon's Recovery TV, or you can just click right there on the picture of his, next to his name, to the left of his name. Yeah, guys, I definitely if you guys have a channel and you're promoting, or not promoting, it reminds me of a comment I just talked about. If you're discussing recovery in any way, I will definitely support you and I will send people to your channel as well, guys. Sorry, I'm so far behind the comments, guys. I'll get caught up. Just hang tight with me and just know that I am behind the comments. So if it seems like I'm not responding immediately, it's because I'm so far in the comments. Downpipe, what you driving? So I have a BMW 440i. So I had a catless downpipe on there, but I had to put the stock cat back on because I had to get that inspection done. Justin says on day 4 of Subutex, feeling okay. All right, hang in there, Justin. Good to see you, FMD. Good to see you, FMD. Oh, just side note, Dan, I got to shout you out for your last, was it your last video that you made, dude? That was really good. Really good. I could tell you're getting some emotions in you, and it's probably because you're getting lower on your Suboxone dose. Your emotions will start coming out of you when you're getting down to the lower doses of buprenorphine. Your emotions will start roaring back, and I could feel that coming out of that video that you made. That was a great video, dude. I love to see you getting emotional like that, baby. You scoundrel. I found you, kitty. I found you, Kenny. Let's see. Would be cool if you started a Discord, Darren says. I don't even know what Discord is, man. Sorry, guys. I really suck at computer stuff. I definitely will, Deb. I have extra meds. I told this doc I still have to be able to function and go to work. 12-hour shifts, meds, surgery, nurse. Yeah. You definitely don't want to be jumping off of 1 milligram if you got to be doing some stuff like that, KG. What foods can you not eat while on Sublocade? I haven't noticed any issues like that. The only thing I remember reading in the Sublocade instruction manual, I guess you could call it, is they say not to drink alcohol. But I'm pretty sure that they say the same thing on Suboxone as well. So, and they say that because it's supposed to slow your breathing down a little bit, right? So, if you take Sublocade, like the first day you get a big Sublocade shot, and then you go drink a bunch of alcohol, it could really slow your heart rate down, right? So, I've never noticed any abnormally slow breathing at any point from Suboxone or Sublocade in my 7 years. The only time I've ever had that issue, like felt like, oh crap, I might die, is when I was taking 150 milligrams of Oxy all at once, right? And I actually have that on video. I haven't dared to post that video yet. I still need to make some edits to the video. I know I talked about putting that video out when I hit 2,000 subscribers. We're well past that now. But I really want to get that video right, so it's going to take me some time to finish up the editing on it. Just be aware. So yeah, for Justin, as he's 4 days off of Butte, yeah, this for some people, like I know when I watched Kimmy's videos, she said that her withdrawal kind of peaked at 4 days, and for me, it was always like day 1 or day 2, right? So it's going to be different for everybody when like the peak of your withdrawal kicks in when you're coming off of the Suboxone or Subutex, guys. And Jeremy Green coming through with a $10 Cash App, baby. Shout out to Jeremy Green hooking it up in here, my friend. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You guys are hooking it up in here. Jeremy Green, my man. So is that, I seen Jerem 1979. Is that the same person? I just want to make sure you guys are who I think you are. Let me know if I have that wrong in the comments, please. Same here. What's up? Got off work. Hi, Kimmy. I saw yours late. Thanks for sharing your story. I watched the replay. Made it 13 days in December, and I caved on Christmas, but flushed everything, so not looking back. So, see, Justin burned the boats right there. You know, if you flush this stuff, that's a pretty big level of commitment to jumping off, right? So I think that some people need to do that, right? Because for me, I always kind of kept them available, and some people have the strength, you know, like Zach and Deb, they don't have those temptations like I did. But for me, whenever I got off of Suboxone and I had them, literally, guys, I'm not exaggerating this at all. It would be like there was like a voice in my head that just said Suboxone, like every 10 seconds when I got off. That's how bad it was for me. And like I said, guys, I'm not exaggerating that. It was that bad. And so I just couldn't do it when I had them available like that. So not everybody is as OCD, or I don't know if it's my OCD or what it is, but it was just burnt into my brain. One step forward each day. We can do this. Yeah, keep checking in with us, Justin. We're going to be watching for your reply next week, so we can keep you on track, brother. So hopefully you can check in here with us next week and let us know that you're now, what would that be, 13 days, something like that, 14 days, 10 days, right around there. The gene site test is similar to a food sensitivity test. We found out that my body doesn't process folic acid correctly. She wrote me a script for methylfolate, also covered by insurance. Deb, are you still wandering around in the dark in the middle of the night? 6 hours till I can say I have 1 year clean from fentanyl. Yeah, buddy. So Dan is 1 year clean, guys. Thanks to the good old help of El Suboxone, right? So good stuff. I know Dan's going to do a live stream on Friday night talking about his 1 year clean from fentanyl. We're happy that you found Suboxone and found some stability in your life. And you're down to 1 something milligrams already, dude. That's freaking badass. Killing it over there. So Scott says yes, 5 months straight. So Scott did the 100 milligrams Sublocade shot for 5 months straight. I had a 100 milligram shot once a month for 5 months and then stopped. And could you remind us, Scott, what dose of Suboxone you had started from? I want to say you were around the same as me, right? Somewhere around 4 milligrams, if I can remember right. Marky must be running around South America jungle in a loincloth again. That is great, dude. That is great. My other is my iPad thing. Let's see, Jill. Okay, so that was Jill and her son that was on here. Okay. So awesome, Jill. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you hooking it up on here today, Jill. And let us know when you do get your weight up so where you can get on the Sublocade too. I'm really curious to follow how that goes for you. And what's your dose of Suboxone right now, Jill? My doctor has another shot at the office and she is holding it onto for a break glass scenario. I love that idea. I have a standing ability to schedule an appointment to go get another shot if it gets too hairy. Dude, that's perfect. Perfect. That should ease a lot of the anxiety for sure. I love when doctors are willing to do that for sure. Jerry 1979 says, hey guys. The picture on here is much bigger. Picture on where? Oh, okay. So Carol is KG. Okay, I got you. Thank you. So you were the sponsor of the week last week, KG, and also the sponsor this week. So shout out to you. I appreciate you hooking it up in here. Now I know who you are on the Cash App. Oh, it shows a picture of you too. Yeah, sometimes it shows you guys' picture on the Venmo and the Cash App, so it's nice to be able to like see who you guys are, because I can't see you guys here on the computer, obviously. So shout out to you, KG Smith. I appreciate you showing the love on the super chat and the Cash App this week. I appreciate it. So KG Smith is Carol. So I'm going to try to remember that going forward. Remember, guys, I talk to a lot of people on here, so it might take me a little bit to get to remember exactly who you guys are. She is great. It is vital to have a doctor that works with what you were comfortable with. Absolutely. Yeah. I love when doctors are willing to like hear you out on like listen to the ideas that you guys might have for the research that you guys have done, right? Because I can tell that there are plenty of times that I've kind of surprised my doctor with the information that I've known, right? So sometimes the doctors, they don't know all the things that we know. They haven't sat on YouTube for 1,000 hours listening to what actual users of these medications are going through, right? So obviously there wouldn't be enough time in the world for a doctor to do that. So Allie says, no, too fast. I think she was talking about what we were talking about earlier. about jumping off of Suboxone at 1 milligram. This light is bright, guys. I need to turn this down a little bit. Deb, Sunny, anyone, what were your worst days detoxing? I know for me, Justin, it was days, I would say days 3 through probably 8 for me was my, I made videos when I came off of Suboxone last time back in the day. I think I had videos about all those days too. And I know Kimmy just uploaded her videos going through the days as well. So the manufacturer recommends not reducing your dose more than 10% a week. Find a new doctor, Scott says. I agree. That's ridiculously fast, Kay, especially for 2 milligrams and below. Yeah, like that's when you really need to slow the taper down, guys, is when you get below 2 milligrams. It's setting you up for failure. Yeah, I agree with Kimmy 100% on that one. And it sounds like she already knows that, right? So she probably, when she heard the doctor say that, especially after binge watching the channel, she probably already knew. It was like, dang, dude, that's not going to work. What are you talking about? It's like, yo, doc, have you ever jumped off of 1 milligram of this stuff? Oh, you haven't? It sucks. I've used pain meds for so long because I've been excruciating pain for the past 2 months. Lower back and hip and leg. Can't sit properly. Can't walk sometimes. What, Sonny? That's going on right now? You're struggling with pain right now, Sonny? Or what are you talking about in the past? Oh, I think I understand it. So it sounds like Sonny's going through pain right now, but I think he doesn't want to take pain medication. And that's what he means by that. I could be wrong, Sonny. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. So he's afraid to take pain meds because he doesn't want to fall back in that trap. At least I think that's what he's saying. Justin, the second week for me sucked, but it was so long ago I can't really remember. So you're taking pain meds right now, Sonny? Is that what you're saying? Are you back on pain meds? Justin, the second week for me sucked. Too long ago. Or are you just suffering? Where did the lower back pain and hip and the leg pain come from, Sonny? Anything in particular that triggered that? Okay, good. Okay, if that's what I thought you were saying, I was like, oh no. So he says, just to clarify, he says, no, I'm not taking pain meds, bro. Okay, so that's kind of what I thought you were going towards. I was like, oh no. What happened to give you all that pain, dude? Ooh, there was a good comment. Let's see, where'd it go? Oh no, where did it go? Holy crap. Okay, so that was Jerem. Thank you, Jerem. Okay, just making sure. So Jerem is Jeremy G. I got you. So I appreciate you guys taking the extra step and doing the Cash App and the Venmo, guys. I really do appreciate you guys doing that. I know it's like a little extra hassle for you guys to do that, but it does make a difference as far as like the end results of your donation. So thank you guys. Thank you for doing that. Let's see. Sorry you have a doctor that just reads big pharma literature and not patient testimonial. That's why I stockpiled during my taper, so I'd have enough in case I got cut off. Yeah, I think that's a big fear a lot of people have, is getting cut off like she did, right? That's scary. That's really scary to think like that. Especially with the fentanyl stuff, how it is right now, how risky that could be. You know, if we ran out of our medication and couldn't get more. Also, just let me ask you guys, have you guys heard about this too? I've been hearing that there's been like shortages of buprenorphine, guys. Have you guys been hearing about that as far as like Suboxone or Subutex? If you guys have heard that too, please let me know. So it sounds like there might be some type of shortage, and I don't mean to scare anybody, but just something that you guys need to know, okay? And if we could get more feedback on that, please let me know, guys, because I've been hearing that from more than a couple people. Is it okay to drink alcohol on Sublocade? Brandon says. So according to the directions, it says you're not supposed to, but I've never had any issues doing that. I don't really drink very much ever anyway, maybe like once a month, once every few months. But I know it's basically the same thing as when you're on Suboxone. You know, did you drink while you were on Suboxone? If so, then you shouldn't have any problems drinking while you're on Sublocade, since it's literally the same medication. That being said, if somebody was, let's just say, like planning on getting a 300 milligram shot of Sublocade and going out partying that night, I definitely would not suggest doing something like that, because that could be two things really slowing your system down, right? And once again, guys, remember, I'm not a doctor and that's not medical advice. I got to cover my own butt there. Dan says, that's one symptom from withdrawal and tapering I get that I never hear anyone else get. Blood pressure's been so high. So Dan's been having high blood pressure from tapering. Yeah, I remember sometimes whenever I would kind of taper fast, I would feel that my blood pressure was going up, right? So yeah, if you're experiencing high blood pressure, Dan, yeah, I would probably slow the taper down a bit from there, my friend. Nonstop anxiety lately, had a full-blown panic attack. Dude, what? At one Friday at work, it was so embarrassing, so I went back up. Oh, dude, that sucks. So you're pretty sure that's from lowering your Suboxone dose or what? Because I know you've been going pretty, like, you haven't been like rushing your taper. See, that shows you guys like how strong this stuff can be. You know, Dan went from like what 1.5 milligrams to I think 1.2, and he had a panic attack at work. And I don't think Dan takes any other substances of any type. I don't think Dan drinks, if I can remember right. So yeah, really be careful, guys. Gosh, guys, I'm so far behind the comments. I thought today I was going to be all caught up on every little comment. I'm still going to do my best, guys. I'm going to do my best. I appreciate you guys keeping the conversation going, too. I really do. Shannon, good to see you. Shannon says, I'm 6 months off of a Klonopin taper and at 1 milligram of Zubsolv. I just cannot stabilize at this dose. Anyone else feel how strong it is under 2 milligrams? Yeah, you really gotta be careful down there around that dose, and that's really when it gets extra kind of hard, is getting down below 1 milligram. So, are you still on Klonopin? Or are you trying to taper? Are you trying to taper Klonopin and Zubsolv at the same time? That would be very challenging. From what I'm reading, I think that you mean that you got off Klonopin 6 months ago, and now you're tapering Zubsolv, but I could be wrong. If you guys are trying to taper Klonopin or stuff like that, and Bupe or Zubsolv or Suboxone, etc., I don't think that. I think you should do one thing at a time, because that can really throw your body off if you're trying to do two things at once. You guys hear that? We got a storm coming in. You are all on fire in here tonight. This chat is lit up. I agree, Zach. It is. Some really good comments in here tonight, guys. This might be a long live stream, baby. And you know when I say long, it might really be long. Magnesium absolutely helped me with anxiety, just not me. I'm a bit of a conundrum. Shannon, it's hardest below 2 milligrams. Absolutely. Oh, look who came back in here, Daddy. Izzy's getting scared of the thunderstorm, guys. It's okay. She's getting spooked. I can see your tails all tucking. I got you. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Look, we're here with the fam. It's all good. She's spooked. So KG says, yes, Kimmy, I have enough. I'm not worried, but I'm going to try and wean. Kimmy, I took Kratom about 3 times in desperation, but it really didn't do much at all. Maybe a slight head change, but it didn't help with the pain. I told my doc not to prescribe me narcotics. Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from, Sonny, but dang, dude, I hope you're not just over there suffering every day, dude. That really would suck to be like that. You know what I mean? Have you tried any like over-the-counter stuff? I know, who was it recently was talking about? Oh, it was Mikey. It was telling me about. He said that Aleve, I think it was Aleve or something over the counter, was working better at taking his pain away than like 8 milligrams of Suboxone. So something to think about. Ali says, I'm about 6 weeks off of 5 micrograms of Butrans patch after 13 years of Suboxone. Congratulations, Ali. I appreciate you coming back in here and giving us an update on your situation. How are you feeling? Dan says, this day last year, I just nodded out in my car all day, sweating in the heat, snorting FENT all day. So you come a long way, my friend. I've tapered off of 0.5 milligrams of Suboxone with the Butrans patch. I'm now 6 weeks clean. 2-3 weeks in was brutal. It's getting easier. Justin says, yeah, I'll try to remember and jump on for sure. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, good luck, Justin. Hopefully you're able to push through, my friend. Oh, Dan's live is tomorrow? Tomorrow and Friday, or just tomorrow? She's scared. Look how jumpy you are, little girl. It's okay. She's always afraid of the thunderstorms. Shannon says, oh my God, Ali, that's amazing. I was thinking about the patch. I've been on for 13 years too. So yeah, Shannon, that actually might be a good option for you, because you have to be down to the lower doses of Bupe to switch over to the patch. So I think we were talking about Ali's story on recent weeks too, talking about dosing and what doses she switched to from and to. It's okay. Okay, so Scott was at 4 milligrams per day, just like me. Yeah, he says, I'm impressed you remembered. Yeah, it seems like, because a lot of people that switch like similar doses, the people that usually start out at 100 milligrams of Sublocade, I know that most of them are usually going to be somewhere around 4 milligrams. And I kind of remember you telling me your situation a while ago. So Deb, Scott went from 4 milligrams to 100 milligrams Sublocade. I think that's what happened. I'm going live tomorrow after work. Okay, so it's going to be tomorrow. No, I went from, let's see, Sublocade. Wobbly at 4 milligrams of Suboxone a day, Jill says. What do you mean by wobbly, Jill? Like you're not feeling very good? Or you're over-medicated? Or neither? Has Nicole been live yet? I think she goes live on like her Facebook and then posts the videos to her new YouTube channel. Her new YouTube channel, it already has like 1,000 subscribers, guys, in like a month or two. That girl works hard. She goes all live on Facebook. She went live here earlier, but she's deleting YouTube lives. Why is she doing that? She's deleting YouTube lives? And TikTok? What? Why is she doing that, Kimmy? No, Kimmy tapered off of Suboxone, Brandon. Kimmy was she was on last week's live stream. She shared her story on. She was the one who was on last week with me live. Kevin, methylfolate and methylcobalamin, I'm probably not reading those right, are B vitamins, B9 and B12 respectively. They are the bioavailable forms because my body is not able to convert the raw nutrients in methylated versions. Damn, Sarah, coming in here with some scientific facts. I appreciate that. I love when I hear people talking about bioavailable stuff and bioavailability, stuff like that too. Just heard of the patch and I'm interested. Did a regular sub doctor cover it? I put out a few videos, Shannon, talking about the patch. It's called Butrans. You could probably do a search on my channel and see the videos. I think I actually made a short video. I'm not sure if I posted it yet, of actual Allie's situation as well. I did a video with Dr. Chris Park on my channel talking about the Butrans patch, and we really kind of deep dove into the doses. So if you search through my live videos, and you'll see one I did with Dr. Chris Park, and we really kind of talked about the different dosing that would work for Butrans. It seems like you really need to, I want to say Ali said, you need to be below, was it 2 milligrams and below? Or even lower than that, maybe? Sherry, good to see you. Okay, I'm slowly getting caught up in the comments, guys. You okay now? He looks scared. It's okay, Daddy's right here, all right? You're getting heavy, girl. Oh, getting an arm pump just holding that chick. Woo! It's okay, just stay here and lay down. It's okay. Sonny says, I had sciatic pain for many years, but it would flare up and then go away. This time it's not going away and getting worse. Oh no, dude. See me PCP again next week. I know Mikey has had a lot of issues, and he found a new provider, and he said it's really been helping him. My chiropractor has been amazing. I think Brandon's recovery was asking how long Ali was on Sublocade. I can't remember exactly. Maybe Ali's still in here. Or not Sublocade, Butrans patch, I think is what Brandon was asking. I want to say it was maybe a few months, if I can recall. Yeah, let us know how that goes, Sonny. If you can give us a heads up and let us know what they're able to do for you. Kimmy, it's to my knee, but when I do my PT stretching, my toes tingle too. Kimmy, my hip hurt so bad last night at 4 a.m. I had tears in my eyes. Dude, Sonny, that sucks, man. I'm really sorry you're going through that, dude. Uh-oh, Kimmy says, guys, I made some bad choices last night and it's kind of eating me up. What happened, Kimmy? I feel so guilty. I didn't relapse or anything, but definitely don't want to handle stress. Let's see, but definitely don't want to handle stress in unhealthy ways. It looks like Brandon's asking what's going on with Kimmy. What happened, Kimmy? Did you already say? If you already said, I'll get to it in just a minute. Let's see. I appreciate you saying that, though, Kimmy, and speaking up on that. Dev, I've always had this, but it would happen like once a year, maybe and mild. Let's see, year and mild, and it would go away. I've known it's sciatic nerve. This time it's not going away. I wish Mikey was in here. Maybe he could tell us what's been working for him, because he's been having a lot of, I think, similar issues in his past. Man, it seems like there's a lot of you guys who have struggled with chronic pain, guys. That sucks. I don't do anything else. No weed, cigs, alcohol, nothing. Just coffee and subs. So yeah, then it seems like that could really be the only thing that it was, right? Was your taper. Work has been pretty stressful also. So how did you get through that panic attack, Dan? Like, what did that look like? Were you like hyperventilating type stuff or what? Dude, those are scary. I think I told you guys recently I had one of my own, thinking that I lost Izzy one morning when I woke up and she was in the garage. That was so damn scary. Brandon says, all I do is smoke. I'm really going to get as low as I can. And after this football season is over and I have time off, I'm jumping off. That sounds like a good plan, Dan, for sure, dude. Yeah, it's like the timing of it sounds just about perfect to me. With where you're at and how far you've come, I think that's a perfect plan for you, my friend. It seems like at certain doses for me in the past, when I remember tapering, it seems like certain doses I would kind of get stuck at, right? And then it would like get easier again. So if you guys are tapering and you run into some issues, just be patient with yourself, guys. Just remember that you'll get through it and your body will adjust, and then you can push forward from there. Because I remember when I got down to, I want to say it was right around 1 or 2 milligrams. I was like, dude, I'm not going to be able to get lower than this. This is too hard. And then before you know it, my body's, yeah, you guys hear that? My body stabilized, and then like the next doses were easier to taper through. So it just seems like for whatever reason, I don't know what, I can't really explain what it is or why that happened. And it does happen to a lot of people. It's like certain doses are harder to get past than others. And then they're able to kind of pick up their, continue from there, and things are fine. Scott, laugh out loud. I'm 420, dude. So yeah, it just makes me chill, but no pain relief. Dang, that surprises me that you don't get pain relief from that, Sonny. I know a lot of people, because don't they give that to cancer patients too? And I've heard that's supposed to help with that, but it's interesting to see how like certain things will work for pain and certain things won't, right? Like what I said a little bit earlier, Mike. He said that he wasn't getting pain relief from, a strong dose of Suboxone, but he could get pain relief from Aleve over the counter. It's just crazy how different it is for everybody. Oh, so Jill says not feeling very good on 4 milligrams. Fatigue. So do you feel like it's too strong then for you, Jill? Because I know that some people, kind of depending on what dose they've been on in the past, some people can feel like it's too strong. Even at 4 milligrams, some people will say that it feels too strong. Because I would always get fatigued from too high of a dose, from too strong of a dose. And I know Jill's just like a tiny little thing. So 4 milligrams could feel like a big dose for her, or it could also be backwards from that too. Kind of like, how sometimes we'll get, you guys will, hopefully you guys can relate to this, but sometimes when I was tapering Suboxone, or even when I was on a high dose of Suboxone, or I was tapering, I could get like really glazy looking eyes. And I would notice it would be either from having too much Suboxone, or from tapering too fast, right? So it can kind of do it both ways. So sometimes what we think that it's not, like sometimes we think it's one thing, it could be the actual opposite. Oh, Anastasia's up in here. Anastasia says, quick update before I hit the road. My last dose was Saturday night. So far, so good. Awesome, Anastasia. Awesome. Thank you for the heads up and letting us know how you're doing. Please keep checking in with us. Scott. Kevin, you need merch that says, I'm getting caught up in the comments, guys. And they'll say, baby, getting caught up in the comments, baby. I probably say that more than anything, huh? I'm getting caught up in the comments. Yes, Anastasia did taper low and slow. I think she jumped off around, what, 0.125 milligrams? Was that, Anastasia, if I can remember that right? I think I remember that's about where Anastasia was down to a really, really low dose. So best of luck on finishing up getting off of Suboxone, Anastasia. Please keep us in the loop. Can you guys hear that rain or no? It's dumping out here. My pain is manageable with Tylenol, though. Weird. Yeah, see, that is weird. It's weird how like some basic things could actually help with pain when like a strong pain medication it's made for that doesn't actually do it, right? Just quick side note, guys, we still have 18 people up in here and we have 18 likes on the video. If you have not yet done so, please smash that like button, baby. Okay, so Kimmy says, I mentioned that I still have a drink here and there because it's never been an issue for me. I had some wine last night, and before I knew it, I drank the whole bottle. So it was just a one night thing, Kimmy. I mean, that could definitely be worse, right? So is that why you're kind of feeling down, Kimmy, or is it's just because like you've got life stuff going on that made you drink that bottle? Or are you just feeling guilty because you drank that bottle? Were you hungover today, Kimmy? Well, the good thing is that drinking alcohol has never been an issue for you. So that's the best part of that comment that you made, right? So hopefully you know that it's not going to become a daily thing. I mean, I too myself had a few shots with my girlfriend, like a week or two ago. And I think I had like 4 or 5 shots. That's the first alcohol I drank in a long time. So I was just like, the next morning I was like, was it worth it? I don't know, not really. I'm glad that I never really had which is weird because a lot of my family struggles with alcoholism, but I never really had that. Surprisingly, I was the one that went the opiate route. I don't know really which you could think is better or worse, but a lot of my family still struggles with alcoholism. And my dad was a hardcore alcoholic, and he died like 20 years ago. Thank you for sharing that, Okemi. I wasn't drunk or anything, but I feel guilty for dealing with stress like that. I don't crave alcohol, though. So, yeah, I mean, it's good that you realize that is what it was happening, right? So you can at least identify that and stop it before it becomes an issue. So just the fact that you can identify that that's what you did and that's why you did it, I mean, that says a lot about where you're at in your recovery. Because a lot of people wouldn't even think like that, and they would just naturally try to numb whatever is going on in their life, right? And then before you know it, that one glass of wine turns into a glass of wine every night. So just keep yourself back on track. I'm sure you're not drinking again tonight, right? Hopefully. If you are, go dump that shit out, girl. I'll have to get with you, Sonny, because I've learned so many things. It really changed my back, and now I don't take any pain medicine. I haven't had a bad episode in so long. Oh, why does it do that? Sometimes the comments will like just jump down to the newer ones. It's like trying to force me down there. All right. Justin says, see y'all later. Looking forward to day 13. Thanks, Kev. Keep it up. All right, Justin. We'll see you next Wednesday, my friend. Keep pushing through, my brother. Justin and Anastasia are Tabor twins. That's true, Deb. You caught that. It's just annoying. There was no reason for me to keep drinking, but it was there, and so I did. I know transfer addiction is real, but I don't crave alcohol. I just went overboard. I don't mind having a drink for social events, but I don't want to use it to cope with life, you know? Yeah, I mean, it's just a one-time thing, Kimmy. I wouldn't worry about it, girl. You're going to be all right. But now that we know that that happened, we're going to be checking in with you next week, right? Making sure you're doing all right. I know you will be. See, that's what I like about these live streams, guys, is that people will share vulnerable stuff like that, right? And they're able to get that off of their chest. And then that way next week, we can all check in with each other and make sure that we're doing all right and that we're on the right course, right? And not going too far off course. Any chance you can make a video on what you went through last night, Kimmy? That would be cool. Alcohol isn't as fun for me anymore like it used to be back in my younger years. It just puts me to sleep most of the time. Yeah, I don't really get much recreational fun from alcohol, just straight up honest with you guys. Like I said, I drank maybe once in the last freaking, I don't even remember the last time. The last time I bought alcohol was over a year ago. I'll just say that. And I'd noticed that when I bought it because I just felt weird going into the liquor store. Rachel, good to see you. Rach says, hey, y'all, I'm still working but listening in and out. Hope everyone is doing good. Good to see Rachel. Anastasia said, yes, 0.125 milligrams. So a little baby dose. Yeah, you're going to be just fine, Anastasia. I know that you were feeling a little frustrated a little while ago at that dose. And I remember telling you that you're almost there. And look, you're there right now. So just like that, the time went by. And so remember that if you come into some rough stuff from here out, just remember that it too will pass, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. I'll just tell you guys real quick. So my girlfriend's going on a cruise with her mom right now, and they're waiting on the plane, but their pilot didn't show up. That would suck. Good thing they don't get on the cruise till tomorrow. Goodness sakes. Yeah, both. Too much stress, so I drank, and no hangover, thank God. Yeah. Sometimes it's almost better to have the hangover, right? So you're like, oh, what the hell was I doing? Why did I do that? Thanks, Zach. You were a major inspiration. No, Kevin, I won't let it be a regular thing. I just consume the guilt. I'm consumed with guilt for some reason. Yeah, it sounds like you're a lot like me, Kimmy. You self-guilt yourself for like any little reason. Some of us have that in us, you know what I mean? Where it's like, it's like your inner spirit's like, bruh, what are you doing? Come on, we don't need to be doing this. Every time I think I'm getting caught up in the comments, it's like there's like a load full of different ones. Wow. Guys, I suck. I'm so sorry. Hi, I've been on Suboxone for 4.5 years. I started at 8 milligrams. Now I'm down to a quarter of a milligram. I'm on the 2 milligram pills, Blondie says. Hello, Blondie. Thanks for sharing with us. And congratulations getting on down to that dose. A quarter of a milligram. That's a really low dose. So you're getting close to jumping off there at that dose. What are you doing, little girl? Are you okay? You okay? You guys see her? That actually makes me feel a bit better, Kevin. Thank you. Awesome, Kimmy. Yes. Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us here. I know, like I said a little bit earlier, it's not the funnest thing to come on here and share when we have little, off days like that here and there, but it's important that you share it with people and don't just sit there and do nothing about it, right? So Dan says, I'm back. Also, I had to shower after a nasty day at work. Kimmy, are you feeling guilt because of the link with weight loss surgery and new addictions? Don't beat yourself up, my friend. I hope you feel better. I think you're doing good. No, Rachel, I think the link is there regardless for anyone with addiction. I guess I'm just beating myself up. That's the crazy thing is that I've known some people in my actual real life that I felt like they had no guilt for their addiction. And it tripped me out because I was always so mean to myself over my addiction. So some people that, unless they just had a good way of like hiding it somehow, maybe that's true, but I don't know. Let's see. I'm with you, Rachel. I wouldn't feel guilty. Yeah, I was asking where Marky was at too. He didn't make it up in here today. This is like the first time he hasn't been in here. Hopefully he's doing all right. Marky, you're late here today, buddy. I kind of feel like maybe he'll show up in the next like half hour or something. I can make a, let's see, I can possibly make a video. You guys are the only ones who know. Haven't even told the girls from my support group. So we're the first to know about Kimmy. So thank you for sharing that with us here, Kimmy. Zach, well, it's true. Yeah, I think if you made a video, that would be awesome. That would be really awesome. You gonna be just fine, Kimmy. Don't you worry about this, all right, girl? Zach, what you think? DeSantis running, not trying to be political. Hey, Tara. Going to be Florida man versus Florida man for 2024. Zach, just want you to know how much your videos have educated me. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Zach has a lot of educational content and like scientific thoughts, and it's cool to see how different, people who are going through recovery, how different their lives are, and like the different things that they all can contribute to this community. Right? It's so different for everybody. Ah, oh, there he is right there. I told you guys he'd be up in here soon. There's Marky right there. He says, howdy, Who Ninjas. You made it, man. You made it. Running around in the loincloth somewhere. Sweet and salty Marky. Yeah, Sonny was talking about your loincloth a little bit earlier. Tracking down his Ibogaine tribe family in the jungle. Oh, it's a holiday weekend coming up for you, Dan. Oh, I guess for everybody. Big day tomorrow. FMD, of course. Jill says I'm retired. Whoop whoop. Yeah, sounds like you're ready for some time off, Dan. Me and my friend gonna go to the UFC fights here in Jax. When is that? Is that this weekend? Who do you guys think's gonna win out of was it Jake Paul and Nate Diaz? I think that's who it is. Yeah, pretty sure that's who it is. That should be interesting to see who wins. I don't know if it's just a boxing match or if it's like a MMA fight. I'm assuming it's just a boxing match, right? Next month at the V-Star Arena. I think it's the last one that will be here in Jacksonville. I didn't even know they did the fights out there. I thought they were all in Vegas. The only thing I beat myself up for was being on Suboxone and what I had done to get there. But that's all in the past now. Blondie, how did you taper? Like, how fast? Marky's here, but Kevin's in the past. Getting caught up in them comments. You know how I do it. Someone send him the winning lotto numbers. Where have you been all night, Marky? We gotta know. Back to work, y'all. Hopefully see y'all soon. All right, Rach, good to see you. Thanks for checking in here. Let us know how your Sublocade stuff's going, Rach, if you have time to do so. So Terry Lynn says, Blondie, I would love to know also. I have made it down to 3 from 1.5 milligrams and I can't budge. How long have you been down to 1.5 milligrams, Terry? Yeah, I seem to kind of hear a lot of people that get stuck somewhere right around that range, somewhere around 1.5 milligrams. And then I kind of also hear something similar, maybe around half of a milligram. It seems like everyone has like a couple sticky points as they're tapering, where it just takes them like, an extra month or two than it would take to go through the other doses, right, guys? So if you guys, like I said earlier, if you guys get stuck at a dose, just be patient with yourself and just know your limits and don't push past them. Because that's when you can kind of get in trouble with like, say you're trying to go too fast with your taper and then you spike your dose back up and then before you know it, you keep increasing and before you know it, you're back kind of where you started. It's one thing to do that for like a day or two, right? But it's another thing to do it for a month or two. And that can really erase a lot of your progress that you guys made. That's something that I struggled with over the years. Terry, that's where it gets hard after 2 milligrams. I was stuck at 1.6 milligrams for like 6 weeks. I couldn't move. Wow, I almost got caught up. Yay! Still got 15 people in here, guys. Please smash that like button. We've got 21 likes on this video, babies. Let's see. Terry, the thing that helped me was listening to my body and brain and not comparing myself to set a timeline. Am I the only one who works all weekend every day? My life is lame. Could be worse, Kim. You could be like me, not working at all. Zach, I've been stuck at 1.5 since before our winter. I suffer with chronic pain and I just had to stop. This winter was hell, but starting to feel better, hoping I can jump down more soon. So yeah, I can see the frustration that if you've been stuck at 1.5 since before winter time, so it sounds like that's maybe been what, 6 months or so. Also, an extra layer of complexity is if you're suffering with chronic pain. You know, there's been more and more people I've been hearing about on this channel who are suffering with chronic pain, and that can make things a little bit extra complicated, right, guys? I got stuck at 0.5 milligrams about 8 weeks as well. Just shave off a tiny bit and then start to go lower. Just a tiny bit, then wait 2 weeks. Yeah, it's almost like you gotta have like this precision cutting skills when you're starting to cut stuff up to these tiny little doses. Or just do like, who was showing that? Said that they cut their doses for the week. I think a lot of you guys actually do that. A teeny bit is a huge step forward. Hey Rachel, good to see you. Haven't seen you for a minute. I can't stay, but I will catch the replay, says Rach. Or try altering doses like Dr. Chris Park talks about. Yes, that's a good idea. I only did that at the very end, but it does make sense. So what he's saying, let's see, who's he talking to? Terry. So what he's saying, Terry, if you don't know, is what that would look like is, say, one day you would take 1.5 milligrams, the next day you would take 1.25 milligrams. Then the next day you would go back to 1.5. And I've actually had quite a big experience with doing that. I would call it meshing down to the next dose. And so what that does is, because of the longer half-life of Suboxone, is it kind of helps smooth that. Instead of going right from, let's say, 1.5 to 1 milligram, it's like a pretty huge jump down. But if you bridge it down like that, it kind of brings it down more smoothly, right? So that's a good idea, what Zach just said. And that could really help somebody who gets stuck at a certain dose. You don't have to just immediately go straight down to the next dose. You can alternate doses, and that will mesh into your next dose. Getting below 2 milligrams was hard. I'm still in detox, having a lot of sweating, of course. Can't sleep at night. I'm just trying not to take more. I broke the pills up into little tiny pieces. Try to measure as best as you can and keep each day's dose separate. Yeah, like a lot of people do that. Will put their separate doses into like little separate containers or something, right? Sounds like something just fell off my roof. I actually got caught up in the comments, guys. Woo-wee, we did it. So hopefully from here on out, I could stay caught up in the comments. Baby. Why do you read books at night instead of playing with your phone? Terry says, thanks. I appreciate the advice, guys. 100. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing your experience, Terry. And keep checking back in with us. We do these live streams every week, so you can find like-minded people here that can support you through your journey of continuing to taper. So who's all up in here still, guys? We've still got 15 of you handsome ladies and gentlemen in here. I'm finally caught up in the comments. My apologies for them 15, 20-minute delays in my comment response. You know, it wouldn't be a Kicking Addiction live stream if we weren't way behind in the comment section. I think I touched on almost everybody's comment, but from here out, I should hopefully be able to stay up on it, guys. Oh, wow, we've already gone almost 2 hours. Woo! Oh, Deb, I didn't know you like to read. I'm a huge book nerd. Sean says, hey, what's up, brother man? I was on your live last time saying I'm on a heavy dose of oxys. Okay, I remember you, Sean. 250 to 350 milligrams a day, and I'm now 5 days clean. Wow, dude, how did you do it? That is freaking amazing, dude. How did you do it? That's a massive dose. I remember the conversation, brother. Thanks for coming back on here and checking in with us. So it sounds like Sean just got off of a high dose of oxys, guys. Did you taper? Did you do like a rapid taper, Sean? I know that's kind of what you were talking about doing. Or did you end up doing Suboxone or Sublocade or anything? Or did you just cold turkey this stuff? Give us as much details as you can, Sean. I know that Eric, I haven't seen him on here yet today, but he did kind of a similar jump off of Oxy a couple months ago now, and he's been off ever since. Do you read any fantasy? That's so awesome, Sean. Sean, that is amazing. Your life will improve each minute you stay away. That's a good point, what Deb just said. My next tattoo will be elements from my favorite book series. I can't wait. I like that, Kimmy, you're getting tattoos of like actual meaning like that. That reminds me of a video I made a while back about regretting tattoos. I definitely kind of regret getting all my tattoos, guys, honestly. I've got a lot of tattoos and I kind of wish I never got them, honestly. So it's good to see people that are getting tattoos are actually getting ones that mean something to them. I just got it because I thought it looked cool at the time. I have a hard time with stuff like that. I do watch a ton of documentaries, but reading nonfiction is hard for me. 5 days is a great spot to be. Day 6 is so close. Yeah, I'm wanting some more information from Sean. Hopefully he can post in here and let us know. I think there's a lot of hidden history and secrets and stuff. That reminds me of Kingdom Within whenever you say hidden history. I remember the first time he said that, I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, he's like, are you into hidden history? I'm like, I don't think so. I have some smaller ones I regret, but they'll eventually get covered. Okay, so you do have some tattoo regrets then. All right, so I'm not alone here. It's weird because it's like I loved them for the first few years, and it seemed like after like some time went by, I was like, oh, why did I do that, bruh? I'm trying to think if I really even like any of my tattoos anymore. I kind of don't. Like if I could just have them all be gone, I would just take them away. Dan says, so no face tats? No, please don't do it. Don't do it, brother. No face tats, guys. No face tats. Deb is woke. No regrets. The right kind of woke. You guys are freaking funny. I don't believe the narrative they teach us. FMD, laugh out loud. Okay, so Sean says, haha, man, willpower, my friend, and I did it cold turkey. What? How is that possible? I just want my own life and to be happy is all. I just want my actual real life back. Well, you're definitely on the fast track to getting that, Sean. Dude, that is very impressive to do that. Wow. Dude, hang in there, because you know what they always say about like oxy withdrawal is that it can pass pretty dang fast, right? Dude, keep coming in here each week, Sean, and letting us know how you're doing and how far you are, man, because that's really impressive that you were able to do that. Are you past the worst of it yet, or do you still feel like total ass? People used to call me a conspiracy theorist, but I've toned down a bit. You know what? I seen something kind of interesting I was thinking about, guys, is there was a lady that had a channel talking a lot about Kratom, her Kratom addiction. And she said, and it kind of made me think about just some different people I've seen over the years. And she said that when she was on Kratom, that she was so into conspiracy theories. Can any of you guys relate to that? Like, I wonder if there's some kind of, like, I don't know, like, I feel like there's been other people who have kind of been that way. Like, remember, I mean, Kingdom Within, I think, is into a lot of stuff like that, and he was on Kratom for quite a while, right? And I know that Matt has dabbled with Kratom for some time, and he's always talking about stuff like that, right, on Matt's channel. So I was just thinking, like, all the people that I've known that have taken Kratom, and hearing that lady talk about how she was so into that kind of stuff when she was on Kratom. I just wonder if you guys have, any of you guys that have taken Kratom or have experience with being on Kratom for a prolonged amount of time, if you guys could relate to what that lady was saying. Zach says, I regret all my tats. See, Zach is a lot like me. A lot. It sounds like Zach's a lot like me. You have a lot of tats, Zach? I don't think I've seen all your, do you, like, where are they all at? Just all over your body or what? Yeah, it seemed like I really liked my tattoos for the first like few years, maybe like first maybe 5 years, and then it's just like well, I just started to change as a person, and I was like, these don't really fit my personality anymore. Because you guys have probably heard me say in the past, I used to be such an extrovert, and now I'm literally like the biggest introvert. So I just like I'm not the same person that I was when I got these tattoos, right? So they just don't really fit my personality or me anymore. Let me hear from you guys that have tattoos. Do you guys regret any of your tattoos? Do you regret all of your tattoos? Do you love all of your tattoos? Seems like the people that have the lowest amount of regret from their tattoos are the people who got something that actually meant something. Like, it wasn't just like some popular style at the time or something like that. It wasn't like a trendy tattoo, right? I just want my regular skin back. That's it. I'm going to return my tattoos and get a refund. Yeah, let's take these tats back to Walmart. Hey, can I get a refund for these? Yeah, I wish my skin was just like plain, just plain. At this point, right? I mean, I've had this big ass tattoo on me for like probably 20 years now, 15, 20 years, something like that. I still want some more ink, Florida Man says. A geocentrist dead. My best friend has daddy tattooed on his ass as a joke. I was like, dude, what the F? You're gonna regret that. Yeah, that would definitely be one that would be regretted in the future for sure, if not already. I used to want a tattoo of a bunny, laugh out loud. I never got one though. Do you guys remember telling you guys what I was gonna get for my first tattoo? I was gonna get a Nike swoosh around my belly button, you guys. Oh my god, could you imagine if I had done that? That would have been my first tattoo, guys. Instead, I got my car on my leg. My car. Oh my god, sometimes I just crack me up the things that I've done in my past. And the funny thing is, that was actually my girlfriend's idea at the time. Marky says, I regret mine. Awesome. I love tattoos. I'll eventually have a half sleeve. My brother has a sleeve on all of our birth flowers of the tree of Gondor for LOTR. Yeah, it seems like the people that really like enjoy the tattoos are people that have meanings to them, and like they have, they have deeper meanings. But if you get like a trendy tattoo, guys, I'm telling you, one day you're gonna be like, shit. Like, just think about the tramp stamps, they call them, right, guys? Like, at one time, that was like the thing to get. And now it's like, bruh. I have 7 tats. One of them is the whole front of my thigh. Damn, Zach, you all tatted up. I don't want anybody injecting crap into my body. Hey, Marky and Dan. What's up, Danielle? Good to see you. I love my tattoos. I got my neck and my arms both fully sleeved. How long have you had your sleeves, Jerem? Dan or FMD, how long have you had your sleeves too? See, because both of those guys have sleeves and they both still love their tattoos. So I'm just wondering, like, I want to hear from somebody who's had sleeves for like 15 years and see, do they still enjoy having that? Tattoos are addicting. Yes, they are, dude. They definitely are. And these days, it's so expensive to get, especially to get quality work done these days. Oh my God. I call it his dollar store tattoo. He hates it when that $5 tattoo you got on your booty. We need to do a Florida meetup. Laugh Out Loud Florida people are awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of you guys that are already there. It seems like half the subscribers on this channel are from Florida. How long of a drive would that be, Deb, to go from where you're at to Florida? That's a wicked far drive. Yeah, I bet it would be. Sean says, smoking my 420 and my vape pens have saved me. And that good old Imodium. Oh, dude, I bet you're going through a lot of that. And yeah, I have a ton of tattoos, laugh out loud. Do you regret your tattoos, Sean? Did you get your tattoos while in active addiction? That's something I wonder if there's like, I think that's why, I think that's kind of why I regret a lot of my tattoos is because they were while I was in active addiction, guys. So I wasn't really in like the clearest of thinking at the time. What sounds like a good idea while you're in active addiction might not sound like the best idea when you're not in active addiction, I guess. I don't know. Like, I guess we're all different, right? So I hate to try to speak for everybody because I'm just sharing what I think about it. I regret only because I let an ex that was a professional let him do 3 on me. My other 3 I got done at a real shop that I love. So it sounds like Terry says she enjoys the ones that were tastefully done, basically, right? Jeremy says, I've been getting tattoos for the last 6 years. I've got sleeves also, and I don't regret anything. Do you guys that have sleeves or like open tattoos, do you guys feel like you're sometimes being judged by people? Sometimes I kind of feel that way. Like people kind of look at you different if you got a shitload of tattoos. My best friend keeps trying to get me to visit him in VA, but as bad as it is, I can't leave my cats. They're scared of anyone else. Is he okay? She's out there making some goofy noises. So Dan says, I started it in 2015. I got it all finished in 2018. So, I mean, that's a while ago. Damn, Dan, so you were tatted up early then in life, dude. I'm trying to think when I started, like the age that I was when I started getting most of my tattoos. Because you're still so dang young, Dan, and you're already like way tatted up. I did that too at the beginning. Have you been riding your motorcycle, bro? Oh my gosh, you guys, we had some crazy stuff go down in Utah. So there's like this crazy wild group of dudes that ride motorcycles. There's like a big group of them. And they're just known for riding like madmen. Like they don't stop for no cops or nothing. Like they'll just take off every time, and they're just splitting through cars. They don't give a damn, right? Well, I actually rode with this group on, what day was it? I think it was last Saturday. But they kind of split up because like some of them will just go crazy, and then the others will kind of just chill behind for a while and like catch up to them whenever. But I guess on the next day they went out to a canyon not far from my house, and there was a guy that ran from the highway patrol, and they had the helicopter out there. They had like all the highway patrol looking for this dude. He outran the damn helicopter, you guys. Could you believe that? They put that shit on the freaking top story of our news, and it was all over Reddit. There was thousands of comments on Reddit. And like the highway patrol is interviewing people in Utah that have the same bike to trying to find this dude. Like they're going all out trying to catch this dude. Could you imagine how scary that would be? Like they got a bunch of pictures of him, video of him running. Like just, dude, scary stuff, man. 30 hours drive just to get from there to there. I think it would take me that long to go from Utah to Florida. I think that is about how long it is. Wow, that's a long drive. I got a cross tattoo in active addiction. I slightly regret it only because my views have changed. And see, yeah, that's kind of what I mean too. Is just like you know your views could change, or style could change, or um, what maybe you thought was a tastefully done tattoo could change, or like because it's like it's almost like tattoos kind of. I start to see people that get new tattoos these days, and it's like, dude, that's damn good like work. It's like what you think is good work at one point in life, and then it's like the newer, better stuff comes out later on, or the better artists, or whatever the hell's going on. I hope you're doing well, Deb. I really enjoyed your live with Kevin. I don't have any tattoos. Everyone has at least one these days, so I'm the oddball, Sonny says. My cats hide when anyone comes over, so I'd feel guilty. Plus, they're both special needs with health issues. Oh, Kimmy, you're such a sweetie for having kitties like that. Being a good kitty mama. Can be easy to cover it up and get something over it. I'm trying to look like an island boy, Dan says. Played in metal bands my whole life, but no tattoos. I have earrings and had long hair in my youth. Dang, you still got all your hair too, Sonny, don't you? I started getting tattooed at 17, 18. Now I'm 30, and yes, definitely dabbling in drugs, Sean says. 17, damn. First tattoos at 17 in some random dude home tattoo shop. Totally illegal. Yeah, I feel like Florida Man says, me and my friends started getting tatted really young. I think that his age group definitely probably kind of started to do things a bit younger than my age group. Mine are all basement tattoos, Zach said. Marky says, I went and got a corny tribal moon on my leg the day I turned 18. See, and now he's like, bruh, why did I do that? If you don't have a basement tat, all high and drunk, have you ever lived life? Marky says, getting sleeves and half sleeves was such a fad in the early 2000s. Dude, I almost see more girls, women with sleeves now than I did with dudes getting sleeves back in the day. Like, tattoos are definitely growing for sure. As far as like, I mean, my mom almost has as many tattoos as I do now. I'm like, Mom, slow down. I had to cover up a lot of tattoos, Christopher says. My thing with the covering up tattoos is like, what if the thing that you got covered, like, what if the cover up is something that you don't want in a while? Then what do? Cover it up for a third time? You know what I mean? That's the thing I worry about with like doing cover ups. Because, like, dude, could you imagine trying to cover this big ass tattoo up? Look how huge this is, you guys. It goes all the way down my butt and my leg. Look at it. All the way down to there. It goes all the way. You know how much money that would cost to get that thing covered up? This boy's tatted. I got like a 6-foot tribal man tattoo. I should be out there with Marky with the loin shorts, or whatever Sonny said. Out there in the jungle, baby. I'm gonna go stuff my face with Pepperidge Fam. Name that movie. Pepperidge Fam. I don't know what movie that is. My hair was to the middle of my back from middle school till I was 21. Sonny had a mullet. Business in the front, party in the back. Laugh out loud, tramp sap. That's what my mom used to say. Yeah, I mean that was a really popular thing for God. When was that, guys? Like 20 years ago. I was with a girl once that had a tattoo in a place that shouldn't be tattooed, laughing my ass off. What? Okay. Suddenly, one of my best friends has her private. It's called the Monster. Do any other guys prefer their girls not to have tattoos, or is it just me? It's not a deal breaker, but it's just a preference. My girlfriend doesn't have any tattoos. Nobody knows that movie. That being said, actually, a few of my ex-girlfriends have gotten sleeve tattoos. One of them is now a cop. One of my ex-girlfriends is as a sheriff. It was all one length. Just cut 13 inches off the top. I bartended in a strip club in the late 90s. I could totally see you do that, Sonny. The things I saw and experienced were nuts. Still 15 people in here hanging out on a Wednesday night live stream, baby. 16 people. I'm going to say a quick shout out to the contributors of today's live stream, baby. So we had Jeremy 1979. We had Scott L, Carol S, Jill, Deb, Kimmy, and Scott hooking it up in here today with Cash Apps, Venmos, and also Super Chat from Jill. So I want to thank each and every one of you who contributed to today's live stream, babies. You guys were very kind to me up in here today, and I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're watching this on the replay and you have any questions or comments for me, guys, or for anybody else on this channel, a lot of people are good about touching base and responding to comments. Oh, that just reminded me. Kimmy, Reed had a question for you about a medication that you were talking about on the live stream that you did last week. And Reed is a good friend of the channel, so if you had a moment, if you could maybe go respond to him. I don't think you've seen it. You probably would have responded. He was asking something about, was it Lyrica or something like that we talked about? Kimmy says, yeah, I got to make dinner soon. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry too. I got to get to the gym here in a little bit. Let's see. The chicks dug my hair. Time context. It was in the late 80s and early 90s. Love all you guys, Deb says. Let's see. Would you want your girlfriend to get one? Honestly, Zach, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I don't know why, but just for me, like knowing what, like the phases that I've gone through, especially where my girlfriend's pretty damn young. So I would just probably tell her she needs to probably wait. I mean, she's not that young, but she's a lot younger than I am. And I would just tell her to probably wait till she gets a little bit. But, you know, it is her body, her choice, they say, right? So I would just say, I don't know. It's weird because, like, her and her group of friends, none of them have tattoos. Like, now that I'm thinking about it. So I don't know. Maybe things are changing, I guess. I don't know. No, was it Lexapro, Kimmy? I thought it was something else. I could be wrong, but I thought it was something that started with an L. Reed is awesome. Yes, yeah, he's the one that taught us the long, slow taper. Yep. I used to get Kratom to get off of subs. That stuff can be brutal if you take too much. Yes. Yeah, there's a increasing amount of people that have told me on this channel that they've struggled with taking high doses of Kratom, specifically the Kratom shots, guys. Best time of my life, though, being a male. It was just 2 males in there, me and a huge bouncer. The good man's club, Sonny. Christopher, I did the same. You got to be smart about it and not use too much, and only for a short period of time. Yeah, and also the key to doing Kratom to get off of Suboxone is you need to be down to a very small dose of Suboxone before you try making that Kratom, right, guys? Because a lot of people will think that you can jump off of a high dose of Suboxone and take a little bit of Kratom, and it doesn't work like that. You need to be down to a tiny dose if you're going to try the Kratom. But usually a lot of us here on the channel will recommend that you just taper off of Suboxone all the way instead of bringing something else into the mix, right? But everyone's going to try different things. Everybody's heard different things that work. It's going to be different for everybody. Yes, very small dose or it won't work. Yeah, I've talked to some people that have tried to take Kratom and they have a high tolerance to Suboxone and they think it's a joke. They're like, I don't even feel anything. Chris says, yo, facts. Did you guys see the comment that I shared when the dude was spending $3,000 a month on Kratom shots, guys, for 3 years? Like that's the example of what not to do with Kratom, right? If you're going to use Kratom, stick to small, low doses of actual Kratom powder. Nothing to do with the Kratom shots, guys. I was reading, somebody said that on the Reddit forums, I was reading about people that were taking those, what were they called? Keep Calm or whatever, the Kava plus Kratom. And they were saying that they were testing positive for MDMA from those. What the heck? That is scary. Very scary. Jill says, I loved bartending. Big Honcho, what's up? Always coming in here towards the end of the streams. Yeah, I saw it about 3,000. That's how much I was spending on opiates before subs. Yeah, exactly. And so that guy went from spending $3,000 a month on Kratom shots to Suboxone, and he feels like his life has been saved. That's what he said. So that's just crazy to think how out of hand that people are getting with those shots, right? I wasn't even a real bartender, but a female friend got me the job, so I learned real fast. Dang, I bet you made a lot of money doing that, Sonny. There's some good money in bartending. $30 a blue before I quit. Those K shots sound dangerous. They are, dude. Yeah, they're starting to pull them off of shelves and stuff too. So much Kratom. Drink it all day long. And that is another thing too that I find that's interesting, because I remember Florida Man Dan said he didn't have any withdrawal from Kratom, and then I hear other people saying it's the worst withdrawal of their life, right? So it's just, I don't know, guys. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell, dude? Why is it so different for everybody, right? Like some things are so much harder than they are for others, and so sometimes it's almost like I feel bad for saying certain things because it could actually be helping somebody when it's like my experience was totally opposite from that. So I don't know if you guys could tell lately, but on the channel I've been trying to not be so, I don't know what the word, you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be a little bit more open to other ideas that people are sharing their experience of what worked or what didn't work. Not so much just, this is what I experienced, so this is the only way that it can go. So I've been definitely trying to be more open-minded on this channel. And I just don't want anybody to ever feel like, something that's working for them, just because I said that it didn't work for me, that it's not going to work for them. I don't ever want anybody to feel like that. So Christopher said sub was the worst for me. Everyone's DNA is different, man. I would always lean towards natural over chemical, especially after the sub. Foxterra. Faxterra. Oh, I thought you said Fox. Christopher, how long you been up? So, okay. I got a question for you then, Marky. So if you were that guy that was spending $3,000 a month on Kratom shots, would you still say that what would you say in his position? Right? Because would you say that the Kratom shots are natural? Because I feel like a lot of people are starting to wonder, like, what exactly is in those shots? Are you talking specifically about Kratom in the powder form? Because I'm pretty sure that most all of us here agree on this channel, right, that the Kratom shots are no good, right? As far as like for trying to get into recovery and stuff. Does everybody agree on that or no? Yeah, it's strange because I never had pause or thermostat issues while tapering or after, but my symptoms were horrible, like the uncomfortable feeling. So Christopher's been off for 3 years or more. The shots are different than natural. Okay, so does everybody agree on that? Can we talk about the Kratom stuff for a minute? There's always extreme cases, Kevin. Yeah, there are. That's true. But I'm just saying, like, in that case, right, would you rather take 10 Kratom shots a day, or Suboxone, right? That definitely is an extreme case, though, for sure. I agree with you. Kratom shots just sound so scary. Those shots are bad, bad, bad. So okay, so we're seeing the people that are talking about the kratom. They're saying that they agree that the kratom shots are not the way to go with kratom. Did you ever try those kratom shots, Sonny? And if so, how was your experience? Do anybody else here in the chat? Do you guys have experience drinking those kratom shooters or whatever they're called? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like they're just some kind of like shot at the gas station that you get at the smoke shops, and they're supposed to have like high doses of kratom of some form. But some people are saying that there's other stuff in them now. So like, how do you really know? It seems like the shots metabolize quicker because of the liquid form, so it hits harder probably. I don't know. Natural kratom ain't bad if it's the right dose, but the shots are kind of junk. I only took kratom extract pill made naturally from GE. Never a shot. What's GE, Marky? So Sonny also said I've never tried the shots. Okay, so I think these guys know that those are probably something that they don't want to mess with. Oh, okay, grounded extracts. Yeah, I was actually talking with him. We were kind of going back and forth with some different ideas about Suboxone and the shots, and also kratom. He had some good points. Christopher, yeah, man, low and slow for a year till I was on a itty bitty piece. Then I jumped and took a small amount of kratom and then stopped. Yeah, I remember I tried doing similar to what Sonny did, and actually Sonny's the one that I got the idea from. It just didn't work out for me like it did for Sonny for some reason. Sonny, how long was it that you took the small amounts of kratom after you got off of Suboxone? Wasn't it only like a few weeks? Because I think I pushed it for like a month, and my sleep was just horrendous, and I couldn't handle it anymore. Like I always say, guys, you got to know your limits, right? And all of our limits are different, obviously. Some people can handle sleeping like crap for months at a time, and some people can't. Everyone reacts differently. Yep. Good to see you, Becky. Hey guys, I'm late as usual. Sounds like I should be happy that I don't know anything about kratom. Yeah, especially where you just went through what you went through with Suboxone, Zach, for sure. That was me exactly, bro. Applause, man. That was a miserable time. It was probably about a month or so, but remember, I still suffered a bit, but the Kratom helped at night especially. I'm sure if I took more, it would have helped more, but I was just scared of it. You were scared because of what Rock and Roberta always said to us, huh? She scared me a bit with it too. She kind of like scared me into making sure that I wouldn't really go off the deep end with it. That kind of tripped me out near the kind of like the end of Rock and Roberta's life, how she was taking Kratom and Suboxone every day. I never really understood that. Because I remember whenever I tried taking both in the same day, I couldn't feel anything. I was like, this is, what am I doing? This is nothing. It's not doing anything. And then I've heard someone else say, who was it? I think it was Ethan. I haven't seen Ethan for a while. But he was saying that he feels Kratom whenever he takes Kratom and Suboxone the same day. So it's just like we keep saying in here. I guess everyone's body just totally reacts different to all these different things. It's almost like you kind of have to experience it to know if it's going to work for you or not, right? Yeah, I didn't want to get hooked on it. Yeah, it's almost like you can see like the positives and negatives of each things as you look at them, right? RR also, yeah, Rock and Roberta also convinced me not to ever look into it. Yeah. Yeah, I think she had a pretty unhealthy relationship with it too. I remember when I remember that, gosh, I did look at, I think it was Mom and Dad that said a lot of Rock and Roberta's videos are gone. And it's true, they are. She had so many good videos sharing like her Suboxone withdrawal and taper and stuff, and they're all gone, unfortunately. But I remember when she was walking along the beach, just like things were totally fine when she was getting off of Suboxone, but she was actually on Kratom. So it made a lot more sense to me afterwards, after learning and experiencing Kratom. It's just interesting how this stuff all ends up working or not. Yeah, but how can Kratom overcome the receptors when other opioids can't? Is it because it's not a real opioid? How can Kratom overcome the receptors? What do you mean by overcoming the receptors, Kimmy? You mean while taking Suboxone? Rock and Roberta also drank sometimes on subs, which was so weird to me. The thought of alcohol while on subs made me want to vomit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really remember what it feels like to enjoy alcohol like all that much, right? Like anytime that I've drank alcohol while on opiates or on Suboxone or even Sublocade, it was really never pleasurable to me. Very pleasurable, and like obviously not enough to where I'd want to do it more than one night, out of a month or something. And I know it says in the instructions on Sublocade and Suboxone not to drink alcohol, but so many people still do it. Kimmy says yes. So, Callie Love, what's up, girl? How's that Sublocade going for you? Did you get another bruise from your second shot, Callie? So yeah, that's a good question, Kimmy. What Kimmy had asked a little bit ago. How can Kratom overcome the receptors when other opioids can't? It's because it's not a real opioid. So yes, both what you said is true. So it's not a real opioid. It's not an opioid, Kratom. I don't know, Kimmy. It's interesting how that works because yeah, other opioids are blocked. So since Kratom is not an opioid, I guess it's not blocked by certain people though, right? Because whenever I took Kratom while on Suboxone, I couldn't feel anything, but half the other people will tell you otherwise. So it's a mystery, honestly. Now that I know way more about Kratom, I probably wouldn't taken a little bit more. I probably would have taken a little bit more per day than I did to get rid of all the withdrawals. That's true, Sonny. She didn't like wine, and that would make sense. Reed says, what's your opinion on long-term Sublocade? I know some that's been on a few years. I don't, that's a good question, Reed. I honestly think that that's a great idea for somebody who feels like they need that, right? And who feels good on it. Somebody who is honestly worried about relapsing, that would be a great idea for. I don't know. I really don't see the need for it, but I can see if somebody is afraid of relapsing or they're still around people who can give them access to fentanyl or whatnot, then maybe they just don't trust themselves to be fully free yet. Then yeah, I think that's a great idea. I would definitely choose to stay on Sublocade if I was worried that I was going to relapse and die off of fentanyl. That's totally not even questionable to me at this point, even as of today. It basically goes down to what I always say, like, how is that working out for them? Reed, if they're on Sublocade and their life is great and it's not costing them an arm and a leg and they're not having a bunch of side effects, then that's cool. That works for them, and that works for them. I'm curious, Reed, how are they doing? If they've been on Sublocade for a few years, how was their life? Do they seem like a happy person, or do they seem like they're hollow, right? Looks like we got 25 likes on this video, guys. We didn't even get to 30 like we usually do. So if you haven't yet hit that like button, please do so. It would help the channel. Let's see. Christopher says, yeah, Kratom helped me a lot in finally quitting, but I did abuse that stuff a night or two, and it was brutal. I felt like my body wasn't responsive. Crazy stuff, but helped a ton. So Callie says, I'm still moving along and no oral doses. I can't even feel Kratom on Sublocade. Can you, Kev? No. Anytime I've been on Bupe, I can't feel any Kratom. That's why it was always mind-boggling to me when I would hear some people would tell me that they take Kratom and Suboxone in the same day. Have you ever tried that, Callie? Mikey, what's up? Mikey says, hey all, and Big Kev, second shot tomorrow. Oh, so Mikey and Callie are like pretty close to where each other's at in their Sublocade journey, I think. There's a few other people. Oh, who else was it that was getting their second shot? There's a few of you guys who are like right at the same timeline on Sublocade right now, guys. Did you guys see the video that I put out a few hours ago about the generic, Callie? Basically, the generic for Sublocade is coming to stores near you. So that might be, if you guys didn't see that video that I put out a few hours ago and you're interested in Sublocade, go see that video. It's only a 9-minute video. Mikey, could you tell Sonny what they're doing to help your chronic pain? Because I know he's having some chronic pain issues too. I'm just wondering if you guys are having similar issues. And I know Mikey said that he's been getting help with something that's been working for him recently. I don't understand how a recovering opioid addict gets to the point where they can safely take opioids after surgeries and such. That's my worry. I'm trying to think. Like, I've kind of tried to picture, like, I've tried to kind of picture that scenario before. Yeah, I can see the worry on that though, Kimmy, for sure. Like the thoughts that come to my mind when thinking about that is like, first of all, I don't know where I would ever even get opioids after the surgery medication ran out. But even more than that, I would be too damn scared of the fentanyl stuff. Too damn scared. Like just seeing how many people are dying from that so easily, I wouldn't trust buying opioids like that ever again. Ever again. And seeing the fake 30s that are out there now, I'd be too damn paranoid to go back down that road. Too damn paranoid. I'm so paranoid, guys, in life about every little stupid thing. So to be talking about that, like fentanyl, and just seeing how strong that stuff is these days, I would be way too paranoid to go back down that road again. I've been on for 3 years and everything is going great. Oh, so that's you that's been on for Sublocade for 3 years, Reed. Is that what you're saying? I know some that's been. Oh, so you've been on Sublocade for 3 years. Everything is going great. So what? Okay, cool. I think you're the first person that I've talked to then, Reed, that has been a long-term user of Sublocade. What dose are you taking, and how often are you taking the doses? Do you have issues with? Do you have issues sexually at all? Have you had your testosterone checked? Everything is going great. I mean, that literally says it all. If everything is going great in your life right now and you feel good about it, then I don't see the problem, honestly. Some people can do great with this stuff long term. It saved my life, he says. Kimmy says, I put off plastic surgery because I know even if I give the pills to my mom to dispense them, I'll still enjoy them. What if, Kimmy, what if you told your mom to give you like a very minimal amount to where it just barely was enough to take the edge off? I mean, if you took a 5 milligram Lortab, I don't think there would be any recreational use in that, right? So that's a good idea though, to give them to your mom and just say, look, give me the very lowest amount that I can possibly take. Kimmy says, yeah, I shared your video and the FDA link. Thank you, Kimmy. I was a few days off subs when I was taking Kratom. Easy, stop. It's funny how there's a pain pill opiate addicts. Let's see. It's funny how there's the pain pill opiate addicts and the illicit opiate addicts. Both addicts, but we both look at it differently. Pills are literally nothing to me anymore. Yeah, like you said when you had us on your stream, like you were curious about how different we thought about getting on Suboxone after only being on oxys, right, or Lortabs, right, and versus somebody who's been on deep down in fentanyl addiction. Yeah, I agree with you though. Like as far as how I think about pills, like I don't ever have any desire to take them like that. At least right now, right? I'm not saying that can't change in the future, but I am still on Sublocade technically, right? So maybe that's why I would think that way right now. Pills would just lead me to fent, Dan says. Yeah, I honestly don't even know if it would be even possible to get pills off the street anymore, right? Like, because the doctors like pretty much cut everybody off, right? At least from the higher ones. I could be wrong on that. I just had to switch from to Kratom before I did Iboga. It was a tough transition for a week or two, but after I adapted, I was fine. It was fine. Just had to switch. I think Marky says he had to switch from Suboxone to Kratom before he did Iboga. I think that's what he meant to say. Yeah, fent Norco was my addiction. Wait, fentanyl Norco? I just take Aleve gels. Oh, so that's what Mikey was telling me about, the Aleve gels for neck pain. Low dose of acetaminophen, 325 milligrams every 4 to 6 hours. So, Reed, you said yes, but I'm not exactly sure what you responded yes to. I think wasn't I asking if you're having sexual side effects? Bruh, soon everything gonna be fent. Laugh out loud. Gonna go out to eat and be like, is there fentanyl in it? I know. It's getting into everything right now. All the freaking the pain pills don't really work for surgery pain. They didn't for me. What the hell was that? Mikey, Aleve makes me agitated, so I had to take Advil for pain. So, okay, so Reed says he takes 100 milligram once a month and no issues. Yeah, dude, that's great. And see, the way I've always looked at it, as far as taking Sublocade for the long term like that, is I had always, just based off of like the scientific calculations of the medication, I'd always thought that it would start to compile in your system, and your technical blood levels would start to raise over the years. But it doesn't sound like that's being an issue for you. Like, are you able to take a crap every day normally, Reed? Or is constipation an issue for you? It doesn't really sound like you're having any issues at all. I mean, if you're taking Sublocade long term and you're not having sexual issues, if you're not having constipation issues, if you're not feeling like you don't want to talk to anybody in the world, and it's not costing you a bunch of money, and you're not, there's a bunch of different situations that could arise. But if it's working good for you, then that's really all that matters. Do you ever want to come off someday or not? I'll see if the plastic surgeon thinks it's something I could get through with like Toradol shots and cannabis. Five milligram Loratab was the start of my addiction. But do you think at this point, Kimmy, that you would even like it? I wouldn't think that it would feel the same after all the years, right? That's how I would think about it. Like if I took a 5 milligram Loratab, I don't even think my body would be like, dude, this is nothing. I've already had a couple of really bad root canals, and Advil was plenty. Kimmy, do you have people? I mean, are there still people in your life that could get you back into street drugs, or are you far removed from that? That would definitely be a pretty concerning thing of me. If you were worried about like the 5 milligram Loratab kicking something off, like if you still have connections to people that could get you back into shady lifestyles, that's something that would make me a little bit more concerned for myself personally. But where I'm at right now, I literally don't know anybody that even does that stuff. I've already had a couple of really bad root canals, and Advil was plenty good enough. It certainly wasn't easy and it was very painful, but I didn't need anything else. JW, how long has it been since your last Sublocade shot? Are you planning on staying on? I get that question so often, you guys. So yes, I got my last Sublocade shot on April 19th, and as of this moment, yes, that was my last shot. That's the plan. I know it's not possible for everybody to keep up with all the videos, so I don't really mind answering that, but it's just kind of funny how many, that's the generic question on the channel. I'm paranoid too. My dumb PCP is going to do the same thing. I paid him $35 debit card and he gave 20 perks. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird that they're prescribing you perks while you're on Sublocade or Suboxone or Subutex, right? I'm out, guys. Peace and love to everyone. All right, Sonny, get feeling better, brother. Hopefully you can get that pain ironed out, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us today, Sonny. Oh my goodness, almost 3 hours, guys. Almost 3 hours. We got to wrap this up here in the next 10 minutes or so, okay, guys? I had no idea we were going this long. No Norco, I speak of, let's see. No Norco, I was speaking to the user of fentanyl. I've only ever had fentanyl in the operating room. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about street stuff. I was like, I don't think I remember you talking about that. No, I don't have connections anymore. I kicked all those people out of my life. Yeah, so that would be a lot less concerning to me than in your situation with what you were talking about. I think you'd be just fine, Kimmy, as long as it sounds like you know a hell of a lot more about addiction than you did when you first started it. So you kind of know the things to watch out for. You know how to safeguard yourself if you do have the surgery. You're not surrounded by those types of people anymore, and you don't know how to get a hold of those people. They can't get a hold of you. And you're just so much more spiritually, emotionally stronger than you were when you first started your lower tab addiction, right? Would you recommend taking Imodium for Kratom withdrawals? Sunny mentioned Kratom. I've taken both in the past. They both were great. Just wondering y'all's thoughts. Some people do take Imodium. Just be careful not to overdo it, I guess I would say. Some people say that Imodium does something with your opiate receptors. So like you can find people say different things about that. Imodium will just help the diarrhea. It doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier. No issues at all. Everything is normal. I need to get off soon. Changing jobs. Okay, so you got to get off of Bupe due to drug testing in your job, it sounds like. So it looks like that might be the time. Something to keep in mind, though, Reed, is that you've got those shots built up in your system. It's going to take a decent amount of time for those all to wear out of you. You know what I mean? The longer you stay on Sublocade, the longer it's going to be built up in your system, right? So, if you got to pass a urine test or a blood test for a job, and you've got to do that in the next month or two, I don't think that's going to work, to be honest with you. Some people say that they test positive for up to a year after getting off of Sublocade. So something to keep in mind if you need to make some changes to your job in the future, and they're going to test for buprenorphine. I mean, one thing that your doctor can do is they can write a letter to your employer saying that this medication is not going to be affecting you, yada, 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 right? Your doctor can write you a note, basically. I have to head out for now. I have questions. I will pop by later to get some advice. Thank you, everyone. Take care. All right, Terry, good to see you. We'll be here every week, hopefully. We're usually here every Wednesday, same time, same place. But I had to be around day 5 to 6 for it to work like that. But I had to be around. Okay, guys, almost 3 hours we went today. My back's starting to hurt. I need to get to the gym. 28 likes on the video, guys. We're too short of what we usually get to at 30. Thank you to the contributors of the live stream. I'm going to read them once again. We had Jerem 1979, Scott L, Carol S, Jill, Deb, Kimmy, and Scott hooking up here in the sponsorships of today's live stream, babies. You guys know I appreciate you. I love y'all. Thank you guys for keeping the conversation going today. Good to see you guys. Hopefully I get to check in with you guys next week. You guys can come back and let us know how you guys are doing with your taper or your cold turkey, etc. Dan says he just hit the like. Thanks, brother. I'll be sure and check on your channel tomorrow, Dan. And congratulations on 1 year, dude. We're really happy that you're still here with us and that you're helping people with your channel, brother. So keep going, man. I know you're kind of hitting a little bit of a struggle part in your Suboxone taper, but just keep going, dude. Be patient with yourself. You're so close, dude. Remember, it's not a race, brother. You got this. Thank you for hosting your live this afternoon. I appreciate you. Thank you, Tara. I'm sure we'll see you on FMD's channel tomorrow. Jessica with the heart. Thank you, Jessica. Good to see you in here. Let's see. Head shop. Zach says, Zach. See you tomorrow. All right, guys, we're out of here. Less than 3 hours we went on here. Don't forget to check out the video that I put out just a few hours ago, earlier today, labeled important. So check it out, guys. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.